Hello guys, oh shit, stream തുടങ്ങിയായിരുന്നല്ലേ. Hello guys, hi, welcome to stream. ഞാൻ കുറച്ച് സ്പീഡ് ആയിരിക്കും because apparently ഞാൻ like ഡെയിലീസ് ചെയ്യാൻ നോക്കിയപ്പോഴേക്കും ഇവിടെ മിന്നലും മഴയും വന്നു തുടങ്ങി. So fuck, എനിക്കത് പറയണമെന്ന് അറിയത്തില്ല. Anyways, hello guys. Anyways, ഞാൻ പെട്ടെന്നൊന്ന് തുടങ്ങിയേക്കാം. 1 second, I will get my chaya BRB.
Sorry. On my way. No. Queen and country.
Okay. Anyways. Oh shit. Nervous ആകാൻ മറന്നു.
Minions have spawned. Never saw it coming. You rock.
This lesson will speak. Focus. You will listen.
An enemy has been slain.
Together.
I'm useless. Yeah, got him. An enemy has been slain.
Watch your step.
Okay, anyways, let's just
Someone in a mascot suit luring children into a back room. This
I don't know.
happened in June,
Okay,
and the
anyways,
next
in
day
other
after the
news,
camera
I
footage was observed, the guy was
recently
arrested. But
like
even
FNAF
then, the
movie
bodies were
വന്നോണ്ടാണെന്ന്
never
തോന്നുന്നു. I haven't
found.
watched the movie, but
We know and we can assume
I don't know why.
that the
Weirdly,
that's why
I
it's
want to
missing
go back to the
children
time
incident,
FNAF
not the
used to be a
dead
thing. Used to be
children
huge.
incident. There's some
It's
speculation
very
about
weird.
when this occurred,
I don't know. I
but
feel
basically
very
it
nostalgic,
was
even though
1985. The
fucking
newspaper specifies the month of June, and the 1985 number comes from the books that describe the incident, as well as the fact that based on later games in the series, we know it takes place between 1983 and 1987. So 1985 is the date of the missing children incident, which from now on I will refer to as the MCI. Besides the minimal story, jump scares, and gameplay, the main take people had back in the day was how silly it was for our main character.
Dare you?
Once it's
Never doubted myself for a minute.
very the story are out of sync. The story.
We have to work together.
Many lessons.
Gameplay sections because the story the plot of the series. But it will take 4 more games for us to realize what that reason he comes back is.
Ready.
And now we're going to transition to games start talking about.
You will listen. You must free your mind. Only then will you know. Together.
Yeah, got him! Hang in there, dude!
Ultimate party destination.
Focus.
That's not bad. I can do better. You're an animal.
Hear you.
An enemy has been slain. You're an animal.
Wild grizzly. Here's a help wanted ad in the local newspaper. Freddy is looking for a
Hear you. You're burning up.
Now you notice.
The newspaper claims the company is not responsible for injury or dismemberment. Player
Yeah, got
The
him.
largest poster says "Celebrate." A brick wall behind them with clouds and rain. On the desk
An ally's been slain.
its eyes staring
An enemy has been slain.
me opening a present with Bonnie inside.
My father's.
Titled My Fun Day.
Follow me.
Another also titled
Cancel
My
that.
Fun Day,
Okay.
but in pink,
Cancel
shows
that.
8 balloons, with another off to the side having just a yellow My Fun Day drawing.
You will listen.
Present. A cut-off drawing shows a child and a
That's
Chica
correct.
standing by a kid, Freddy watching, and the final paper shows the lower half of Bonnie's head. There are speakers on the floor under the desk, however they are
Okay,
covered
by the
in
way, the
cobwebs.
video in the background is
Security
from
cameras, Mike can see most of the
GB's
building.
Good
There are
Idea,
blind
Bad
spots
Idea,
just
I
outside
think.
the office. The camera to the kitchen is broken.
Yeah, it's called
and
GB's
footage
Good
is
Idea,
very
Bad Idea. It's
static.
a short form of
Freddy,
GB,
Chica, and
long form of
Bonnie are
GB.
working out on the stage,
But,
and Foxy is behind the curtain at Pirate Cove, which is closed and out of order. Foxy's body is noticeably damaged, so perhaps the chronic is the reason for this closure. Throughout the night, Bonnie and Chica will wander around. Bonnie might walk up to your left door, and Chica may wander toward the right. Foxy is constantly in a state of coming to get you. Looking at the security cameras causes them to emit a light, like the red light on a camera to indicate it's recording, and this light freezes Foxy in place. Freddy also makes his way toward you, but for him the system is a little different. You have to specifically be watching the camera he is on to freeze him in place, almost like he can tell he's being watched. On the first night, the phone rings, and Mike Schmidt hears the following message from Phone Guy.
Hello? Hello? I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. It's fine. So,
വാർഫ്രെയിമിന് പുതിയ ഇത് വന്നോ? ഓ അല്ല,
welcome to Freddy
The Princess
Fazbear's
Margaret.
Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children if you can show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roam.
Ordnance, assault rifle, marksman. Ordnance, assault rifle, marksman. Ordnance, assault rifle, marksman. Ordnance, assault rifle, marksman. Ordnance, assault rifle, marksman.
Now concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcefully pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death.
We learned from this call that Phone Guy worked here before us, recorded various messages that we'll hear as the nights go on, and now no longer works for the company. The setup is a little weird because he recorded these messages a week ago and left them for us, and each one is delivered to us as a phone call, but it's a recording. The phone is programmed to ring at midnight each night with a different message even though all of them were already recorded, which is weird considering what happens later. Phone Guy alludes to the characters singing the same stupid songs for 20 years. This date will eventually become important, but for now it just means the restaurant has been around for a while and has clearly seen better days. He also mentions the bite of 87. One of the animatronics bit someone's head, which is unfortunate. Although we can gather that Phone Guy was employed back in 1987, which further teaches us some history of the building. The most alarming part
ഞാൻ റെഡി കൊടുത്തില്ല അല്ലേ
is that animatronics won't recognize Mike as human after hours, but will think we're a naked endoskeleton. It's very unclear why this is the case, and what about it being night makes them unable to recognize humans. I'll get back to that. The phone call for Night 2 only includes gameplay information describing how to use the cameras and how Foxy's mechanic works. Night 3 has more story bits, with Phone Guy stating,
Most people don't last this long. I mean, you know, they usually move on to other things by now. I'm not implying that they died. That's not what I meant.
It's unclear if he's actually being serious or not. It might just be there to set the spooky mood. Or maybe a bunch of employees have died, I don't know. I think it's more likely that nobody else has died because this topic never comes up again in the entire series. Some people interpret this as saying that there have been many other nights.
Today's a good
That's
day
not how
to
I
see
interpret
death.
it. I think that he's just saying that in the daytime shift, the daytime workers have a high turnover.
I'm
It says that he
ecstatic to fight.
was the last
If you're
one.
with me,
So,
I'm
yeah,
with you.
the high turnover rate. Night 4 is one of the most important story moments for the entire series. Take a listen.
Hey, wow, day 4. I think you can do it. Hey, listen, I may not be around to send you a message tomorrow. It's been a bad night here for me. I'm kind of glad that I recorded my messages for you. When I did, hey, do me a favor. Maybe sometime you can check inside those suits in the back room. I'm gonna try to hold out until someone checks. Maybe it won't be so bad. I always wondered what was in all those empty heads back there.
Phone Guy just died. Now stuff is getting weird. For the tone of the game, obviously this is meant to ramp up
The circuit
to
is
the final
complete.
nights of the game. Now it's action.
I'm thinking.
Now the tutorial guy is dead. The wild world has died. Now you must rise above him. Also, I bet Scott really regrets this because it
They go to zone.
limits. So the animatronics killed Phone Guy, and his body has been in the back room since before you started working here. Yeah, there's no way he's still alive. R.I.P. phone guy. So these animatronics, these monsters, are the real deal. Sure, in game over screens, they've killed you before if you fell in the game, but that's not technically canon. Obviously, your character might survive to the end of the game. Now, in the story, canonically, they have killed. These are monsters. We're not making it
Consider your circuit broken. Get it?
I did get some damage.
This audio is broken. Autobiography of Yogi by Uganda.
Recharging my shields.
Just giving my shields a recharge.
Sorry, sir, my team.
At least you die doing what you love.
The book is somewhat famous and is
Losing.
definitely something Scott may have picked up and read just by going to college or being recommended it by a friend. People like Steve Jobs swear that it's like the greatest book ever. The final line became really popular in the fandom and birthed the phrase, the joy of creation, which became a sort of tagline for the series. It brings to mind a sort of Frankenstein-like character, a mad scientist who derives their pleasure, their happiness from creating. The line is actually the
Just
joy
topping
of
off my
creating
shields.
service. But that doesn't mean it's not important. Scott's writing and acting of the games are a sort of twin state horrible. They
Oh,
feed
red
into
weapon kill one, alle? Okay, I see.
so even though that wasn't Scott's intention, it's very possible that fans interpreting the game this way led to the mad
Recharging my
scientist
shields.
Dr. Frankenstein character who would eventually become the antagonist. Now, my college degree in English literature, focus in creative writing, and minor in philosophy has taught me anything. It's not to spend
change of
$120,000
power.
on a liberal
They
arts
neutralize the
It's taught
zone.
me two things. It's when a work references or alludes to another work, that other work
Oh
is
wow,
important
I didn't know that's the thing.
theme. That means a true deep dive into FNAF would require reading Autobiography of a Yogi in order to understand Scott's true intentions. But this video is long enough, and the lore is so deep that adding in book
Just
would
topping
just
off my shields.
The book starts with a chapter about
Consider
Yogananda
yourself
growing up
lucky.
in
Yo, what am I
Uganda.
listening
Okay,
to?
so
Hello, hi,
Yogi
sorry,
is
ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചില്ല.
and
I'm
some
listening to
terms
FNAF
practices
lore.
yoga,
I am
but not
അറിയില്ല.
modern American
കുറച്ച്
yoga.
ദിവസമായിട്ട് I'm nostalgic because the Five Nights at Freddy's movies came out, so I'm just listening to an 8-hour video where they talk about the entire timeline. Hope you are enjoying it. Welcome to stream, I guess. Hello, hi.
Stones up for the taking.
This book is obviously a religious text of a religion I don't practice, and a religion Scott doesn't practice. I absolutely do not mean to
Yes.
scare bears, but some of the themes are
Oh fuck! Ha! Noob gameplay at least. ഞാൻ കുറച്ച് കാലമായി. It's been some time since I'm in Apex, so Conduit is a thing now. Yes.
Paramhansa is a title with
Ayo.
To quote from Wikipedia, which I hate using as a source, but for this it seems fine, Paramahansa is a Sanskrit religio-theological title of honor applied to Hindu spiritual teachers who have become enlightened. The title literally means Supreme Swan. So the guy's name is Yoga.
Sorry, sir, my team.
His birth name was Akahanda. He is the title
Yeah, I'm listening to 8-hour video while playing Apex is such a Silverdrag-N thing to do. I'm something of a scientist myself. What can I? Ah, fuck.
capable of remembering
Ayo!
past lives and others, and how the true human essence isn't bound to the body, which is what allows for reincarnation. Our spirit is different
They're
from our
talk-
body. and
They're talking about a jump scare game, so
This book is
no
really
worries.
good, and I recommend anyone who's interested in philosophy. So Yogananda's mother dies when he's 12, and on on the bed, she says she wants him to become a monk, and that when he was a baby, he was blessed by a guru, and that she always knew he would be a great monk. So this sets him out on the path. He meets four monks. One of them tells him God is legs, which is just such a good
Damn, this R301.
So a famous Indian scientist is kind of something of
I don't know, maybe. I'm not very sure. Isn't like R301 the shittiest? Ooh, gun. Isn't like R301 the shittiest AR right now or something? I heard Ash say this like before.
Bose demonstrates to you how he can use a poison plant which causes it to cease growing. Then he causes it to start growing again.
No, please don't miss. Die. Ah, fuck.
Thrust a sharp implement through a part of the fern. Pain was indicated by
another conduit.
flutters.
What the fuck?
When he passed the laser partially through the stem, the shadow was violently agitated, and stilled itself with a final punctuation of death.
Why am I having frame
Bose
drops?
then says, "Perhaps of my delicate apparatus have proved that trees possess a circulatory system.
I'm more of a flatline girl. Oh my. See? Pick me. Okay, don't pick me.
Countless uses of Bose's
Oh, the frame rate
by
ഭയങ്കര
future generations. The scientists seldom know
Yo.
this reward.
Where's my wingman? Fuck!
The electrical nerve impulses in the plant go down much slower than those in
I tried.
So this passage
Ah!
is about how
T2020 over wingman. Honest mistake, not gonna lie. I'm gonna lose, but at least I'm dying on my own terms. Okay, his terms. Need. Fuck. Oh!
Organism method of experimentation with chloroform.
Wait,
This is
chloroform?
an
What?
extreme overreach. It's not full of research. There's a single paragraph about tin reacting similarly to plants because tin carries an electric current because it's metal. If anything, the point is that living things behave like metal in the way that much later in the math will be revealed. The manner of possession is that the metal of the endoskeleton contains a substance called red.
Ah!
This passage seems to kind of feed into this philosophy,
Ayo.
the idea that metal can stimulate the usage of humans controlled by electric currents, and thus electricity coursing through metal in a specific way can mimic the light that inhabits human bodies. So the possession is sort of like the blueprint of your
This I lost.
pathways on the endoskeleton and process, and thus they mimic your brain your desires.
Well played, nice beam.
Later is slightly conflicted, given that we see
I mean, yeah,
action
this is
goes,
expected.
But the line
Not the beam
from
part,
Biography
the
of
losing
Yogi
part,
to
but
FNAF
anyways.
makes sense.
Yo.
It explains how possession occurs. Your nervous system creates pathways for electricity on a robot that mimics your consciousness. With all of that said, this exact sound comes from a sound library that Scott is known to use, where the audio was already
Get 5
distorted,
kills
so
or
maybe it
assist
means
Watson
nothing
need
at all.
Okay, Atlas Revenant.
The phone call on night 5, the one that closed.
So how did you find the new season?
was obviously
Like,
recorded
രണ്ടു ദിവസം ആയുള്ളൂ,
program
but
to
still.
play on our fifth
Like,
night after the
generally
phone
എങ്ങനെ?
died. Either phone guy was listening
മൃദുല
to
പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞത് അടിപൊളി സീസൺ ആണെന്നാണ്.
or it was something
like
more spiritual.
character അടിപൊളി. Conduit apparently
Spirit
good
was
character
making us
apparently.
confused for some reason. After night 5, you receive your paycheck. Mike Schmidt made $120, and the date is November 12th of some year. Based on this information, Mike was making $4 an hour, but that was his take.
Try to take the Nessies in the map into your map. Nessie? Wait, there's Ness. That's a event.
In 1990, the minimum wage was raised to $4.25, and in 96, it was raised to
Nessie. Oh, there is an Easter egg. Okay, I see. Let's go.
Medicare was also 1.4%. These have not changed since.
Wait, is it like the Nessie gun? Video camera? Or is it like a? It just takes your item slot, I guess.
Take home 120. You actually earned $129.93.
Trust me. Trust me. Okay, yeah.
So the game takes place in November of 1990, 91, 2, 3, 4, or 5. We will be able to pin this date down later. After completing night 5, we come back to some
I'm the jump master.
After night 6, we get this pink paycheck for $120.
I don't mind the season. Not too excited though. An actual Nessie. What do you mean actual Nessie?
Electronics.
Oh,
After beating this game, Mike is promptly fired for tampering with general unprofessionalism. They really don't want to
Drop item Nessie.
This is the story. Posters on the wall.
Oh wait, this is a robot fellow. What?
Size. A full, slumped-over suit will appear in front of you in the room.
Can I shoot?
Flashing faces of the animatronics will also take up these poses, accompanied by the words, "It's me." This is often misstated online as being technically
Mario.
there, but it's actually all of the animatronics. And the sign outside of Foxy's curtain will also change to "It's me."
I hear them over there.
People have since associated these words with the yellow bear, but there's actually nothing connecting them except for the
We're
fact
not all
that
in
they're
the
both
ring.
hallucinations.
Check your position.
Hallucinations. Besides the newspaper clippings, this suit was the only real indication that something supernatural was going on. Also, the poster sometimes changed to this crying sad boy face.
There goes the
The
first.
yellow bear suit is obviously
Arrest.
wanted, and it can teleport around. If you keep looking at it, your game will crash,
Many
and
senses.
that's spooky. Markiplier dubbed this character Golden Friend, and the community would take to this name. Eventually, that would become the name the games refer to him as in a meta-way. Like in the game's menus and settings, he would be called the Golden Friend. In the story, he has a
Alright,
different
brothers. We got engine supplies here. Switching to drone.
So, who is me? Why did the animatronics kill
Active
Phone
squad
Guy?
somewhere nearby.
Why does Mike come back every day despite the threat of death? Well, now is when we talk about MatPat. MatPat is an internet personality who runs a massive...
For getting Nessies, you have to drop on Watson.
He's the showrunner and narrator of video
Watson
channels,
Pool.
game theory, film theory, and style
Place
theory,
of interest.
as well as uploading
Watson.
Let's Plays on the channel Game
Wait,
Theory.
which is Watson's place of
Game
interest?
Theory has
What the
been
fuck?
around for over 10 years, and in the early
Wait.
2010s focused mainly on...
Barometer. Oh, yeah.
titles, and the occasional modern hit, like the burgeoning Assassin's Creed franchise.
Oh, I see.
After the original Five Nights at Freddy's was released, Matt had
Okay, never mind.
to solve the game's lore. Originally, he actually didn't do so because the game was so cut and dry. Matt decided to go a for his video.
If the fence gets
Matt makes several styles of game theory videos. Sometimes he talks about
Doesn't work. And you can have the Nessie in your bag and it will show you an each animation when you win or die. Oh, I see. I can do the second part.
and sometimes
can die quick.
chugging green smoothie trying to give himself super strength. Yes, this happens. So for Matt, with the story simple and seemingly solved, Matt decided to look into what the game might be saying on the drone, leading to what I believe should be the most controversial video on his channel. I don't think Matt will ever take it down because it has so many views.
Wait, ഇതാണോ
because
Synod
it's
cave
starting
ആണോ
to
അത്?
era of his channel.
I don't know location names and stuff. I'm not very well versed in Apex.
But to be honest, instead of
എന്തോന്നാ ഓ മറ്റേ പുതിയ ഏജന്റ് അല്ലേ
December 1990. Day 9 at a local Chuck E. Cheese. At 10:05, he left the bathroom.
fuck ആ മറ്റേ കണ്ടില്ല
Five Nights at Freddy's.
A disgruntled former employee broke in after hours and shot some of his former coworkers. Matt traces the steps of the killer.
Twice your bag. Won't always be around.
I see an enemy over there.
Story of similar events, that the ghostly appearances of Freddy and the animatronics coming to kill you are actually the torment in the afterlife for the killer. This is not true. This was a big stretch at the time, and is certainly, with hindsight, not what the game is about. A lot of people are uneasy about the fact that in this video about FNAF of all things, Matt tells the story of a real-world shooting. It is
Center of the
an
map.
attack,
Center
and
of
Matt says in
the
the video he
map.
does not mean to
I
make
see.
light of the situation.
This is a tragic story, a disgusting waste of human life, and one that I won't joke about or make fun of in any way.
But the fact is that forever, these people who died not too long ago and who still have families that remember the incident will always have their legacy tied to the funny jump scare bear game. Matt also uses to pinpoint the game as taking place in
Yo.
Wherever we go, I'm at home as a rain.
shooting. It's our minimum wage sweet spot, and in 93, the trophies of 5.
Anything they don't understand, they call magic.
After this video,
Batman.
We end the new careers today. I dare
they
say
are
we
The
wrong.
new account ആണോ? അല്ല.
Matt has theory that the character, Mike, is the murderer, and that the game is his eternal punishment, which is why he is back every day.
Bam, 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 bam. So anyway, how's your day? Hello. This is what streamers do, right? എനിക്കറിയില്ല. How's your day?
See you back next week.
Oh,
You're unable to leave
I
the terror,
see.
the threat of death, the guilt.
This doesn't really make any sense since he gets fired at the end.
Wait, ഇത്
but
പുതിയതാണോ?
was a creative
Is
interpretation
this a new
at the
place?
time.
No, right? They just revamped the place, right?
Let's draw down a win.
Ah, I see. So is there any specific place, or do I just get the Nessie from anywhere?
An enemy landed near me. Such negative energy.
Okay, I'm having frame rate issues. I don't know if it's my system or is it the game.
FNAF 2 featured more animatronics. Now introducing Wayfair.
Oh wait, not Watson, not Watson. Okay.
Some
Here,
youth
lads.
characters
Arc
like
star out.
Mangle and
Reloading.
Boy. There are no doors this time around. So the fight also the creepy narrative. The game, much like the first one, revolves
squad is
around this
gone.
puzzle of figuring out how to stop each animatronic. The animatronic
In the center, choose to replace. Oh, that thing. Oh, made the map. Ah, I
but
see,
you have
I
to look
see.
at your cameras to wind the music box. But you can't just wind the music box and then
And destroy. Okay, Storm came to Storm Point and destroyed. Oh.
I found the next ring.
I thought it was that അവരെന്തൊരു മോൺസ്റ്റർ ടീസ് ചെയ്തോണ്ടിരുന്നല്ലേ. What's it called? Goliath.
So you have to juggle the batteries.
Oh, അത് മറ്റേ ന്യൂ മൂണിലാണല്ലേ. Okay, my bad.
And also
Like,
keep
there was
track
a-
of the animatronics
what do you say?
coming at you through the vent. As it gets harder,
Like there was a scrapped plan, right, called Goliath or something. Like, ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ച അതുമെല്ലാം എന്തെങ്കിലും ചെയ്തതാണെന്ന്. Which would have been, much more.
FNAF 2 is considered the hardest in the series because at some points you need to react fast enough within a fraction of a second to put your mask on. Funnily enough, FNAF 2 is actually the easiest to beat on console because putting your mask up is as easy as hitting a button. And there's nothing stopping you from pressing the button over and over as you wind the music box. Thus,
From the
always having
poster
plenty
place.
of
This is
time
the place, right?
with the mask on.
I am assuming.
FNAF 2 was released in November of 2014, about 3 months after the
Oh, still not Watson.
not long after, in March of 2015.
Well, lead the way.
It's hard to explain for people who weren't there at the time how hype these releases were. FNAF 1 was an instant phenomenon, and
I don't see any Nessies.
how the only
Oh wait, is it on the
player
dead bodies? I
was
think it's on
in
the
the
dead bodies.
90s before the internet, where you're swapping rumors and legends back and
Okay.
forth on the
Got us a new kill
playground. So
leader.
many of them were
Wouldn't mind
total
saying it, eh, to
garbage,
'em?
but they sounded true, and some of them were actually true, even though they sounded like total garbage. FNAF 1 was so mysterious, both lore
golden
and plot and atmospherically wise, that if someone told you there was a secret way to beat a night faster, you might believe them. And there is. You can literally just press a single button on the keyboard to skip an entire night. Or if you said that there's a 1 in 10,000 chance of seeing something nobody had ever seen before,
Thank you.
well, they're kind of that.
Oh,
waste
waste weapon.
at the time that Foxy was actually a good guy. And that the reason that he came and ran to your office when he didn't
Maybe it's a different place.
to make sure that you were okay. And the reason that he doesn't jump scare you and instead just leans in the door is because he's not trying to kill you.
All right,
and the
then.
real reason he dies is because
Wait, did someone... Did I get a tag on my...
what counted as
No, right?
interesting discourse at the time. But the
It's near the old
mysterious
Jurassic
random
Park.
appearances of Golden Freddy crashing your game. So that's open, so you don't want to look at it. And the myths about ways to beat Foxy, or patterns you could do to get faster.
Oh, no. Wrong way. Wrong way.
Kids would spread rumors on the playground and tell you that holding down the B button makes catching a Pokemon easier. Every time a new FNAF game came out, it was like part of the puzzle fit into place better. Each game was like its own little puzzle box, with each animatronic being its own riddle. And the trilogy itself was like a puzzle, with each game being its own mystery. And it was structured in such a way that every layer was important. And there was this implied promise that solving it was possible. And that there was this grand revelation in store for whoever could figure it out. When FNAF 2 came out,
I'll give them a piercing or two.
Theory. FNAF 2 had a lot more lore in it. When you die, there's a chance that you might play a minigame that mimics the look of Atari games from the 80s. These minigames introduced the murderer of the series, this purple guy, who the fans call Purple Guy. And we get to see some of his killings.
Phoenix Kid here.
The gameplay of FNAF 2 is similar to the first. There's 5 nights, but actually 7, and you survive from midnight to 6 AM. And you gotta stop the animatronics from jump scaring you. The only animatronic who doesn't overtly kill you is Balloon Boy, who sneaks into the...
Oh, by the way, did you hear about the new respawn change? What do you mean? Wait, they changed the respawn mechanic.
This is not instant death, but it's...
No, I'm completely blind into the season. The only thing I did know was like about Conduit. Like other than that, I don't know anything.
Version of Balloon Boy who randomly appears under your desk on very rare occasions. It's literally
you get respawned with...
But it does mean that JJ
old
exists
sheets?
as an animatronic.
Wait, no, what? I mean, it's good, I guess. You can immediately take fights. Support agents become more viable.
This is, of course, against the rules.
But is that okay?
He should be getting shot
I mean,
in costume, but I guess the rules are different.
Oh,
Focusing on me.
okay, it's okay. I'm sorry, respawn.
So you might be asking if this game has an equivalent to Phone Guide.
Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old locations, you know. Some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company.
Enemy there.
Okay, you know what?
That old
Adios.
was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you that Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, safety.
Oh, fuck off.
Facial recognition, advanced mobility.
That's right. Between the title and all the talk about Freddy's reopening.
A lot of people are exploiting this. They kill themselves as soon as they get a purple sheet so they can do... Oh, what? Oh, wait, they can do that? Oh, yeah, because that's box. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see.
Phone Guy welcomes you to this summer job. That's a mistake. Like, literally, it's a typo. The game takes place in November. Scott will later make fun of this mistake in one of his future games.
My shields need a bit
Okay,
more
so you're a
power.
new employee and your name is Jerry.
That's kind of weird, I guess. I mean,
some people think negatively of the company, and now they're committed.
like, it makes no sense. Like, they get their old guns back. I get that this is to, you know, not make it a looting simulator until you die kind of thing. But still.
Bodies were never found, so they weren't murdered. They're just missing. This is my favorite.
Like, they could have handled... I don't know, is there a penalty? Penalty I don't know.
Remember the phone call?
Like, do they, like, only get, have their inventory or something? Like, are they, like, restricting it or something?
Meaning this game takes place before the bite of 87. I love Scott's cough there because he knows
These will pierce
exactly what
them.
that means.
I wonder what happens if they... Yeah, they get like an entire like 12 ammo Kraber if they die with 0 ammo, or do they still get 0 ammo?
Jeremy is also the second night
Does he get to...
location.
Nope.
The first complained about poor conditions and was changed to the day shift. He only worked for 1 week before
That's weird,
switching,
yeah, but...
meaning that your first day is the building's 8th day of operations.
By now, I'm sure you've noticed the older.
But then, like, wouldn't comms like Newcastle Lifeline be OP because one of them just needs to get a golden shield or whatever, and then like a knockdown or whatever, and then both of them get it.
Level 3.
If that is the case, if that is the...
But if they do, the whole ready
we have enemies
should
in
work on them too. So whatever.
The Night 2 phone.
Oh wait, L-Star is back?
Electronics are being kept in
I don't want to
the
use it,
back
but...
parts.
And only 2 stacks of ammo. No attachments for the guns and 2 stacks of ammo. Only 2 stacks for the...
But it also tells us
we have
that
a care
these are
package
from
on the
the
way.
first location.
I mean, still 2 stacks are kinda...
Bodies in them.
Like for shotguns and snipers, 2 stacks are like more than enough,
I'll be
right?
honest. I never liked that puppet thing. It's always thinking. And it can go anywhere.
Mundane.
I don't think a Freddy mask will fool it. So just don't forget.
Bringing up the puppet animatronic.
Recharging. I'll give them a.
He says it can go anywhere. That basically means it can float.
Please. Oh, green shield.
Happen between every night.
Oh, what? I didn't feel any recoil for Ishtar or L-Star. Oh. Also, L-Star is super OP. I didn't feel... I mean, isn't L-Star worse when it's from its red tier variant? Let's just say.
Saying it's me, to a person who's dreaming like a friend.
This way. Let's go.
And since it's me who said Mike Schmidt and FNAF
Enemy in my face.
Nice space.
Now, the puppet is not in FNAF 1,
Huh.
so this either
Okay, maybe I'll try L-Star next round, I guess.
Mike will eventually dream about his time in the FNAF 1 location,
Oh.
and then the puppet will appear.
Bad guys, let's do
Or
this.
it implies
Bad
that
guys,
the first
let's
Freddy's
do it.
location, where the MCI happened, is the same
Come on, I
physical
still
building
need you.
as the FNAF 1 location.
Dota, എടാ ഞാൻ ഡെയിലി കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് വരാടാ ഡോട്ട
The children vanish.
ഇപ്പൊ തീരും എനിക്ക് 2 കില്ലും കൂടെ
They
കിട്ടണം.
open this new building. It closes after the bite of 87. Then they go back to the location
AJ
of the
വന്നോ?
first game, and then that one also closes by year's end. This would mean that these dreams about the puppet take place before the main gameplay of FNAF 2.
ആരൊക്കെ
And
ജി ആണോ
I
സെക്കൻഡ്
think that's the explanation. I think that's it, but we'll get back to that. Phone Guy also says that the old location was left to rot, and FNAF 1 is definitely rotting by the time of the game. On night 3, Phone Guy talks
Also,
about
snipers
Foxy, his
got a
favorite
buff.
little boy.
Did
He
they
says they
bring back
designed
old
Foxy
charge
to be
rifle,
more
please?
kid-friendly,
10
but the
minutes,
kids tore
okay,
him
okay.
apart. So this Foxy
Did they
is
bring
now
back the old
called
charge
Njan.
rifle? I don't want to use a
Yet
new
the
charge
phone call
rifle
is
anymore.
the most interesting and annoying part of the story.
Ayo.
Oh hey, before I go, I wanted to
He's
hear your mind
probably
about
watching.
any rumors you might have heard lately.
Hmm.
You know how these local stories come and go and seldom mean anything. I can personally assure you that whatever is going on out there, however tragic it may be, has nothing to do with our
അല്ല അവൻ ചായ കുടിക്കാൻ പോയെന്നെന്തോ പറഞ്ഞത് ഇത്
rumor and speculation.
മാഡ് ഗോഡിന്റെ കൂടെ ചായ കുടിക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത് നോ ദേ ഡിഡൻ ആ അത് ന്യൂ ചാർജർ റൈഫിൾ എനിക്കത് യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ വലിയ താല്പര്യമില്ല ടു ബി ഓണസ്റ്റ്
Watch remote.
I mean I'll try it for the season if they changed it so
So not the MCI.
but it feels better question
He
mark
also says that
Huh.
whatever's happening is going on out there.
I guess let's see നോക്കാം എന്തായാലും കളി കിട്ടാൻ
Not
ചാൻസ്
more
ഉണ്ടല്ലോ
kids disappearing here.
ചാർജർ റൈഫിൾ റിമൂവ്ഡ് നോ ദേ ചേഞ്ച്ഡ് ഇറ്റ് അതായത് പണ്ട് ലൈക്ക് ദ ബീം വാസ് കൺസിസ്റ്റന്റ് റൈറ്റ് ലൈക്ക് ഇറ്റ്സ് ലൈക്ക് എ ലേസർ ബട്ട് നൗ ഇറ്റ്സ് ലൈക്ക് എ റെയിൽ ഗൺ സിറ്റുവേഷൻ ലൈക്ക് ഇറ്റ് ഓൺലി ഡസ് വൺ ഷോട്ട് ആൻഡ് യു ഹിറ്റ് ഇറ്റ് യു ഡാമേജ് ഇറ്റ് ഇഫ് നോട്ട് സീറോ ഡാമേജ്
Oh, hello.
I'm the jump
Okay, so just to
I'll finish my
update
tea
you,
on the way down.
there's been somewhat of an
Replicate again.
investigation going on. We may end up having to close
Longbow is the
a few days. I don't know.
I like Sentinel. Like if you have shields, then it just breaks things. So I don't know. Like for me, bolt action like seems much better. Like sniper or something.
Just keep an eye on things, and I'll keep you posted.
I mean, Kraber is there, but like 12 ammo is much very limited, I guess.
The way he says these
Oh, building ആണോ? Wait. Is it this building?
Just as a side note, though, try to avoid eye
Flatline,
contact with
let's
any
go.
of the animatronics side if you can. Someone may have tampered with their facial recognition. We're not sure. But the characters have been acting very almost aggressive with the staff. They interact with the kids, but when they encounter an adult, they just stare.
So the animatronics, the toys specifically, started acting up on day 4. The day before night 4. Reading between the lines, we can interpret
Okay, Kana, they can see me. Phone guy did say it was a criminal database. So maybe now that the police are involved and a criminal has been entered into the database regarding missing adults in the building.
Hey, keep a close eye on things tonight, okay? From what I understand, the building is on lockdown. No one is allowed in or out, you know.
Okay, so the location is now basically an active pharmacy. Got it.
Especially considering many previous employees.
We only know about one previous employee. The previous are back. He's a suspect, obviously, but he hasn't been arrested, which means he's back.
When we get it all sorted out, we might proceed to the day shift.
And both got a buff too. I don't think it's here. I'll send you a clip. Wait, appo ippatha idan thonnanu red weapon rotation thonnanu. Like I saw Wingman.
We're gonna try to contact the original restaurant owner. I think the name of the place was Red Bear's Family Diner. We'll be able to track it down.
Okay, so now we have a name. Red Bear's Family Diner. And it's originally now just called Red Bear's Family Diner is not that was explicitly referred to as being a Freddy Fazbear's Red Bear's Family Diner. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza number. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza number right now. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
You need a charm bag and a sense of self-preservation.
Alright, so you beat night 5 and get your Jerry
Easy, let's go.
$105.50. Dated November 12th, 1987.
Was that the bite of 87?
This game does not
Alright,
take
my
place
ultimate is
before
ready.
the fight of 87. It takes place right before the fight. This screen recontextualizes the game and should definitely cause fear in anyone playing it because you know that the bite is now right around the corner. But this screen also does something else important. The fifth night is November 12th. The same date as the fifth night in FNAF 1.
Yep,
Now we know
Wingman,
for sure
Prowler,
that it's 1987.
Scraber,
And
Bootstick.
November 12th,
Why?
1987.
Wait, oh, shit, Bootstick last
That
season.
makes the next day
Legendary
Friday the 13th. It also means
Okay, I get
Friday
Wingman, I get.
goes Sunday to
Okay, Prowler
Thursday,
Monday and
not Monday to Friday.
Like, I would like if Nemesis was a legendary weapon. Like, it's already busted. I would like to see like how broken it would be as a legendary weapon, to be honest.
The assumption was that in FNAF 1, the fifth night was Friday, but it's not. It's
But I guess
Thursday.
lore it's
That makes
it
the
doesn't
sixth
make
night
sense,
Friday
right?
and the
Like,
seventh
I don't know.
Saturday,
Like, it's
making
something
the
that
run from Sunday to Saturday.
what do you call it?
So that means
Rampart
we
did
know
not
that in
make,
the
right?
original FNAF, we're looking for a year.
Or I guess
November 12th is a
they stole
Thursday,
Rampart's
and
formula,
in
but
1992, November 12th is a Thursday. And this probably is not some retcon. It makes perfect sense that when Scott was making FNAF 1, he intended the week it took place to have
Light
a
ammo
Friday
here.
the 13th.
It's gathering
He thinks
materials.
that FNAF 1 takes place in 1993 because Matt Pat said it did. He got that date, 1, assuming that they would get paid on a Friday, and 2, because that's when the real life
Crafting.
took place.
Not the first time I've made something out of dust and dreams.
As textual evidence from FNAF 2. And then the second one is wrong. The reason I'm saying 93 is because Matt Pat says
I don't think Bootstick is ever coming out. What do you mean? Bootstick should come out. It's not that crazy overpowered, to be honest.
At least for a while.
I don't know.
Someone used one of the
Maybe personal preference, I guess. Like, I don't like the Bootstick legendary. I much prefer it, when it was ground loot weapon.
okay, this is a lot to throw at us.
Like, it doesn't do it justice.
Evidence was found that somebody used a suit in the bag. A yellow one. Newspapers in FNAF 1 said that somebody lured the kids in the back for the MCI using a mascot costume. But remember, in the MCI, they didn't find the bodies. So this is a different crime. And who pulled it
ammo.
off? The daytime security guard. The old suits, the first location. Well, they're already stuffed. They're smelly and rotten and
Laser
haunted.
sight here.
The
Level
MCI
3.
already happened. So this is more dead kids? Question mark. Phone guy still doesn't say anything about dead kids. Just that one of the suits was used and that there was some sort of crime. What was it though? I guess we'll see. The final phone call finishes like this.
Listen, just finish your shift. It's safer than trying to leave in the middle of the night. We have one more event scheduled for tomorrow, a birthday. You'll be on day shift. Wear your uniform. Stay close to the animatronics and make sure they don't hurt anyone, okay? For now, just make it through the
Ocarina
night.
of Time. Oh, the
When the
background.
place eventually opens again, I'll probably take a night shift myself.
Ocarina of Time.
So
But
tomorrow,
it's a unique
Jeremy,
weapon.
is
Yes,
gonna be
true, I guess.
location
I mean, in a game where like every weapons are
the
gun,
last party that's gonna happen at this location.
having
And we
bows
know
and
it's
arrows
pretty
isn't,
Bite
you know.
of 87
You know what they could do?
because
They could, you know,
around during the
make
day.
the legendary
And tomorrow
of
is the
Bocek
last
into a
opportunity
crossbow or
for that to
something.
happen.
Like pretty
And
much
Jeremy's
straight up.
gonna stay close to the animatronics, which aren't
I don't know,
acting
maybe.
well and don't like
And then that
this.
feels broken. And then, you know, the regular Bocek seems much more tame.
He's gonna lose his frontal lobe tomorrow.
I know it's very weird because, you know, making a gun completely do. But they do the same for Prowler, right?
The bite of 87.
So maybe they could do that.
Implies, one, that there's more than one bite. And
It's
two,
like it gets a
implies
legendary
that
attachment. Like Pandata guns in a Kandarnallo.
nobody
Level
can call it
two.
the bite of
Like
87.
specific legendary
If
weapons in
there
it.
were 5 murders
Oh, there's a
in the
rainbow
same
now.
week, I don't
Or is
think
that
anyone would be
a
saying,
ring?
Oh yes, the bite of 87, of course. If the week before an ex-employee had killed multiple kids in the store. The real defense of that-
Sniper optics behind. What do you mean? Where?
Now I'm going to talk
There
about
was sniper
those
optics.
8-bit Atari minigame, also called death minigames. When you die, when you get a game over, they have a random chance to appear. There are 4 minigames in all, and they tell a very disjointed but important story. Each game
Do you not
is
like
referred
them?
to
What do
by
you
the fans by the
Optics
text
ആണ്, ഞാൻ
that
കണ്ടില്ല.
appears
അയ്യോ.
on the screen when you play them. This is Take
Eh.
Care to the Children. That's clearly not its title.
I
that's
clearly
its
don't need.
instructions.
Actually,
But there you go. You play as Freddy and you have him take cake to kids. In the background, a deep robotic voice is reciting
Bye bye
letters.
now.
Wait, does charge rifle have a extra? Oh, okay. I see. ഞാനിപ്പോൾ
See?
കാണുന്നു.
Outside the building is a child, crying. A car pulls up and a purple man walks out, killing the child, then drives away.
Standard stock
The
here.
puppet then
Level
jump
2.
scares you. This minigame depicts the murder of the child that possesses the puppet by this purple man. The next minigame is Foxy.
Near the
Go,
flow
Go,
pipe,
Go.
it's
play as Foxy
kind of
running
far
out of
now.
Pirate's
Oh, I
Cove.
see. My bad.
Run
Man.
to a group of kids
I don't
and
really
Freddy goes off.
like
You do
notice
this 2
shit
more
like that.
times. On
Uh,
the 3rd time, a purple man with
you-
a smile watches. You run to the right and find 5 dead kids.
Oh wait, they because of that they buffed respawn beacons too. Okay, I
The
see.
ones killed at the first Freddy's Pizza.
Ah,
We know this doesn't
big
take
games.
place in the FNAF 2 location.
പക്ഷേ I guess
but
the
FNAF 2 does
balancing
not
is
have
going to be
Pirate's Cove.
a bit fucked up. Yeah.
This is the original
We
murders
have an
before the kids
tower
get
here.
stuffed.
Super.
The presence of Pirate's Cove is further evidence that the original pizzeria is the same from FNAF 1. The next game is Give Gifts, Give Life. You play as the puppet in a room of 4 dead kids. Now we're told that 5 kids went missing in the MCI from the newspapers in
Back by here.
FNAF 1.
Level
And
2.
we've seen 5 kids killed in the restaurant.
I can make use
and
of
one
that.
outside of it.
Wow,
We also
that's
have
nice of
6
you.
haunted animatronics. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Golden Freddy, and the puppet.
Where am I supposed to
The
go?
puppet goes around to the dead kids and gives them gifts.
Well,
Within the
lead the
door
way.
of the in-universe Freddy's, the
Oh,
puppet
why does
uses
the
some
reticle
hooks
look
to
like
use
this?
the
Oh, is it?
puppet's
Oh,
presence
3x scope
kid
in ഇങ്ങനെയാണോ
prize
ചാർജ്
counter.
റൈഫിൾ? Wow.
They exchange gifts
ഞാൻ
for
ആദ്യമായിട്ടാണ്
prizes
തോന്നുന്നത്
and
കാണുന്നത്.
the puppet presents them.
Not
When the
a
gifts
bother.
don't work on dead kids, the puppet puts their spirit in the suits.
Okay, still sucks.
Clear if this means the puppet is who suffered
Would
the
prefer-
suits
would
or
prefer a
the guy did
sentinel.
it to hide the bodies. That is not very good, but either way, play in the background.
Ah, fuck.
6 dead kids, 1 killed outside, 5 killed inside. Each one possessing one animatronic. The outside kids will. You can tell from just the map. This minigame. Long after.
That's mine.
The animatronics were and now this.
Shield.
Dropped an enemy. An enemy shield is broken. The ring's off.
Ah shit, finisher ആയി നോക്കിയതാ.
Reloading. Quick.
Crack.
Enemy. They're not close.
Playing fences?
Overtrading 6.
Anyone passes through here? We'll know.
There are 5
Hold on.
bodies to find,
Let me help you.
but 6 covering everywhere. Mangled,
Ah.
moving around, already brought to life.
Recharging shield.
The 5 bodies will now possess balloon voice, poison,
Pierce their heart.
body, and the skeleton.
And the key.
And the 6th puddle of blood implies a possible 6th body.
Recharging shield.
Table where JJ hides. Mangled are I really can't think of a reason to have specifically him move around other than there must
My
be a
shields need a bit
reason.
more power.
And we'll get back to that much later.
Taking
The
you.
issue with the game application from the
Hold
game
on. I'm
is
healing.
that it's wrong. As Withered Freddy, you walk around the building until you are jump scared by Purple Guy. The game will also have various objects like the puppet.
None of us are in the ring. We need to center ourselves there. Fast.
The point is clear. Purple Guy has killed again. These aren't the 5 MCs. Killed by the suit.
Oh, did they nerf jump towers? I feel like they're a bit.
Purple Guy is back at it again. Present day. Killing kids in the period. An act to repeat.
Healing my wound.
Possessed by these kids, but they're not. I think the Purple Guy intended to have these kids possess the animatronics.
Grenade incoming.
They are, for all intents and purposes, running. I never need a bit more power for how possessed the animatronics. We'll talk about Purple Guy for killing later, but I think he wanted to test possession, and it does not work. The community calls it that the dead children
Need restoration.
with a bunch of
Healing.
kids are dead.
Our teammate is not looking good. I need restoration. Healing.
Whereas this time, he's kidnapping kids from around town. So I think this one should be
Hold on. I'm healing.
Children.
I'm down.
KCI. There's also a legitimate
Oh yo.
KCI even happened because it's never brought up again, and that this is a metaphor or something. Okay, so now we have all of the events in the game. So, what is the timeline? What is the actual story? On night 3, Phone Guy mentions rumors.
Rumors you might have heard lately?
He says lately, really makes it seem like it's been at least a few days since these rumors would have started spreading. Phone Guy seems legitimately shook when the police investigation starts.
Wait, what do you mean
So I
once
don't think
per
that the
day? I
rumors
got
are that
2,
5
right?
kids were killed in the restaurant. a
Wait,
few
did I
days
not
ago.
take? Okay.
I think it's something else. I think that what's happening is the kids are disappearing around town. Phone Guy says things are happening, quote, out there,
That whatever is going on out there,
outside the restaurant, and kids go missing occasionally. Maybe they ran away, or maybe it's a
That's
kidnapping.
WP.
It is tied
Thanks.
already somehow. Probably because some witnesses saw someone using it.
Hey, did they increase the ring damage and nerf the jump towers? Because I feel like jump towers last less now, or is it like they go faster? They buff it. It feels weird.
And he thought that he was killing people.
Let's go 2v3.
for her. And when he shot himself at the end of the ordeal,
The moon is bright. Let's channel
I think that if people would comments, they would say something to the effect of,
whatever is going on out there, however tragic it may be, has nothing to do with our...
Conduit weirdly feels like a schoolmate. Like it looks like a classmate I used to have.
the way the save them minigame is
Weirdly.
set up, I think it's pretty clear that this is at night. The building is not open. There's no one around to see the murder. I think this is happening at night, meaning it happened when Purple Guy was still the night security guard. It happened a day or two before we started our job. That doesn't mean all the kidnappings happen in one night, but it does mean that the actual
Unless anyone
killing
has
of the
thoughts on
kids
it
happen
this time.
close together.
Let the games
Purple Guy
begin!
kidnaps
Oh,
some
I
kids
can't
around
wait!
town, hides them at Freddy's, kills them one night to try to experiment with possession, cleans up the blood in boxes by the morning, and because the puppet and the Freddy are chasing him around the building, he also makes orders anyway, so he's satisfied. So he gets switched to the day shift. Then you come in, Jeremy. The Withers, which you told us
Those older ones shouldn't be able to walk around.
well, I think this indicates that they've been awoken from their apathetic slumber after these new murders, and are
This
now
gun?
coming for you
RA-45,
either
okay.
because you're an adult
Conduit
or
looks
because
like
you have a
Irene.
security guard uniform.
Wait. Okay, so it now looks like a classmate and a schoolmate. Wait, what?
The police.
Wait, what is this? What am I getting? Oh no. Oh, almost correct. I should. Okay, now that you mention it, Conduit looks like a schoolmate and a college mate, I guess. Weirdly.
I think that day traces him, and a security guard was the suspect.
Why did I whiff there anyway? And okay. Oh, teammate. Nakama.
Purple guy used to suit the yellow. I think Purple guy retroactively realized that none of the suits had been acting right.
Oh, you guys fight. ഞാൻ നോക്കി വന്നോളാം. No worries.
Golden Freddy and Withered. However, neither of them are suits. They're animatronics. In real life Chuck E. Cheese, there are animatronics that perform on stage, and there are also the mascot suits for
Watch out,
staff to
enemies
walk
here.
around.
Enemy in my
We
space.
know that suits existed at Freddy's because someone wore a mask room for the CCI.
Conduit's Q.
But we don't see these suits.
Oh, so it's like a laser
Animatronics.
that heals shield.
They basically look like
Conduit kinda looks like Suki too.
So even though he says that it was
And also like the Ice Age baby. Okay, I haven't seen Suki's face, so I have no reference
the
there.
answer will be revealed.
Good reference, I guess. Ice Age baby.
When FNAF 2 came out,
I guess it looks like Ice Age baby. Are you dissing Suki, saying that she looks like Ice Age baby?
Animatronics, not suits.
Wait, did Ice Age baby have a
A few
name?
more important
I think he
things
had
to
a
note.
name.
In Take a Cake to the Children
Wait.
and Foxy Go Go Go, Purple Guy is just
Ice
purple.
Age baby.
But in Save Them, he's wearing a badge. A security shield-shaped badge. So he
His
was
name
a
is
security
Roshan.
guard when this happened, which we know.
Okay, his name is
but
Roshan.
means he was
Okay.
not a security guard when he killed
Roshan
the kid
giving an
outside
alien
when he killed the
peace
first
sign
five
to
kids by
frozen
Foxy.
UFO.
The puppet also has tear tracks
Bah.
on his face, which is similar to how dead
Roshan
children
was a human
show
baby
with
that had
tears.
been lost from its
I already
tribe
mentioned it.
and
Mangle
rescued
was
by
the
a trio of
animatronic
animals
during
through
Save Them that is
through a
moving.
long and arduous
Withered
quest
Bunny
conducted by the
and
three.
Chibi
Roshan
Dog.
was reunited with his
Toys
father.
don't move.
The more you know.
I think that's kind of important, and we'll get back.
And
to that.
Roshan അച്ഛൻ്റെ പേര്
So that's the
റൊണാർ
gameplay in
എന്നാണ്.
the story of FNAF
I
2,
guess,
but there's more
weirdly.
to go over. For one, we didn't talk about the ending. After beating Night 6, the night before Jeremy gets bitten, you
Your
get a
safety is my first priority.
detailing
My
that is
second
clearly
is
the bite of
complete.
7.
Glad
The
it's
toys are getting
televised.
scrapped and the withers are going to be repaired and whenever possible.
Ice Age baby is cute. It's a compliment. Roshan. Yeah, it's called Roshan. Yeah.
Believe it or not, when the game first came out, there was a lot of debate about whether it was a sequel or a prequel.
What do you mean question mark? I don't know. I didn't name him. His name is Roshan. It's on the wiki.
Alright, now let's talk about Night 7. With Jeremy
This is
getting
lore,
launched
okay, this
on
is lore
Night 6,
tidbits.
There has to be a new security guard on Night 7, and there is. There's no phone call this time.
It's tough,
Phone
but
guy
that's the
said he'd
game.
be taking the position
And I
after
love
us.
this game.
We know this isn't Phone Guy. Much like in FNAF 1, the Night 7 guard gets fired at the end of the night. His name is Fritz
I don't know.
Smith.
Ayyo.
He's fired for tampering with the
ആരാ
animatronics
ചാടുന്നെ?
and
Who's
odor,
jumping?
with a note pointing out that it's his first
Jumping!
day.
Remember to keep your
He's
mouth closed
fired
for
for the
bugs.
same
But
reason
be
as
like
Mike
they are.
Schmidt, which is interesting. He's also labeled as employee number 3, indicating the purple guy.
An opponent.
We know he's not
Oh, anyways, if you are interested, like there's this. I don't know. Do you know Webzy Pop?
now we're talking about
Like YouTuber ആണ്. She does like this animated things. She has like these. People have been like, I guess I've been being recommended OC, like OCs from her. And I saw one of her videos, I guess. Like one animated video she made. It's pretty good. If you don't mind, you know, over the edge horniness, I guess. Weirdly. It's actually a good series, I guess.
Phasing in and out of existence is not his only ability. In the background of the party room, there's these little guys made out of paper plates, and they can just kind of disappear and reappear in the office. I don't know what that means for the lore. I already talked about JJ and the Naked Enders.
This is where you get Nessie. Wait, this?
Shadow Freddy is just like Golden Freddy, but he's all black in an otherworldly type of way. Then there's Rick Fafasta, or Shadow Bonnie. Shadow Bonnie appears in the office, looks extremely terrifying, and I hate him.
Ooh.
He's made out of Toy Bonnie's model.
Vivzy Pop. VIVZIPOP, I think. Yeah, Vivzy Pop. I guess type Helluva Boss or Has Been Hotel or something. You will get it most probably. Apparently it's very big. I have no idea. I knew nothing about it like till last week. I don't know. I saw one episode and I was like, okay, this I can get behind. It was too, I guess, horny for my tastes, but I did enjoy it.
All those letters are grouped together on the left side of the keyboard, and Scott probably just mashed the keyboard with one hand to name the file. Now we're going to talk
towards
about
east. Towards east.
Real world events after.
Oh, I don't.
Let's talk about
Okay.
MatPat's video about FNAF 2 attempted to solve the identity of the purple guy. Keep in mind, at this point in the story, there are arguably 6 characters. There's Mike, the guard from the first game, Jeremy, the guard from the second game, Fritz, the Night 7 guard, the original owner of Fredbear's Family Diner, Purple Guy, and Phone Guy. Matt concluded that Purple Guy is Phone Guy. Purple Guy is not Phone Guy. The murderer was in fact a completely different character. He was the murderer, and that's it. I don't think this was a bad theory at the time, but it started a habit that formed in the community of trying to solve mysteries both before all the evidence is available, and also using every single piece of evidence. Nothing in the game can be random, and everything said or shown must be...
Oh, you know what? Okay, never mind.
This would come back to haunt MatPat and the community.
My ultimate is
part of Purple Guy's sprite was a phone. And just no, it's not.
Kinda south? So it's in this area, right?
For now.
FNAF 3 was
Oh, I see. That's uddeshale. Jurassic Park area. Okay, I see.
The first look we got of the new game's animatronic was this. An image of the character.
I see an opponent over there. Recharging my shields.
The source code of the website included the text.
It seems we have an enemy nearby.
Source code.
Getting shot at. Recharging shield.
That teammate is not looking
January
good.
26th,
What is it? Is this continuous? You see big structure, you can find next game. I'm not sure if I'm like playing Apex next game because I'm getting spammed. Okay. I'll switch games.
A quick swap is better in fights.
Ayo, ഞാൻ Apex തൽക്കാലം നിർത്തുകയാണ് because Dota.
Who is he? Well, it's Purple Guy. He killed 2 locations already.
Hello. Spam കിട്ടിയാലോ? നീ ചായ കുടിക്കാൻ പോയതല്ലേ മഡ്ഗോഡിന്റെ കൂടെ?
അതെ, ഞാൻ പോയി തിരിച്ചു വന്ന് കുറെ നേരം ഇവിടെ ചുമ്മാ ഇരിക്കുക.
നീ പിങ്ങെത്തിന്ന് പിന്നെ?
ഞാൻ ഇപ്പൊ എന്താ കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ കയറിയതേ ഉള്ളൂ. അപ്പൊ അവൻ പോയതേ ഉള്ളൂ, മാൻകോട് തിരിച്ചു പോയതേ ഉള്ളൂ.
നിന്റെ വീട്ടിലായിരുന്നോ?
അല്ല, ചായ കുടിക്കാൻ പോയിട്ട് കൂടെ ചായ കുടിച്ച് എന്നിട്ട് തിരിച്ച് ഇവിടെ വന്ന് സാധനം വാങ്ങിച്ചു. അപ്പൊ അത് വീട്ടിൽ വെക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി വന്ന്. നീ എത്ര നേരം എടുക്കും? ചോറൊക്കെ കഴിക്കും.
ചോറ് കഴിക്കണോ?
ഇല്ല, കഴിക്കാനില്ല. ചോറ് വെള്ളത്തിൽ കുതിരാൻ ഇട്ടിട്ട് ഇതാ വരുന്നു.
Okay, bye. Thanks for joining stream. അയ്യോ, Dota stream അല്ല സ്ട്രീമിലുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ബൈ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. അല്ലയാ, ഞാൻ പണ്ടത്തെ പോലെ അല്ല. ഐ എം ഇവോൾവ്ഡ് സ്ട്രീമർ. ഐ റെസ്പോണ്ട് ടു ചാറ്റ്സ് നൗ. അല്ലയാ വാട്ട്? അയ്യോ,
ഒരു മെസ്സേജ് അയച്ച സ്ട്രീം എൻഡ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടാണ്. ഓ മൈ ഗോഡ് ചാറ്റ്.
I mean, ഇതുവരെ അങ്ങനെയായിരുന്നു. I guess. I'm evolving.
Specifically,
I'm evolving. Okay, thank you.
Obviously, the hook of the game is that there's an animatronic that was brought in, and we know it's haunted.
Yes, yes. And the college mate ആയിരുന്നു.
Haunted animatronic.
Oh.
Yes.
Comes in its opening line. 30 years after Freddy Fazbear's Pizza closed its doors, the events that took
അളിയ ഞാൻ കംപ്ലീറ്റ്ലി വീണ്ടും FNAF ലോർ അതിലേക്ക് പോവാണ് കേട്ടോ. കംപ്ലീറ്റ്ലി വീണ്ടും ഞാൻ സ്പൈറലിംഗ് ഔട്ട്.
I don't know what your first thought was reading that, but no matter what you read, it is very vague.
ഓക്കെ, എന്റെ ഗെയിം ഇതുവരെ ലോഡ് ആയിട്ടില്ല കേട്ടോ. ഓക്കെ, നെവർ മൈൻഡ്. ആയി. ഞാൻ നൈറ്റ് സ്റ്റോക്കർ സപ്പോർട്ട് കളിച്ചാലോ ഗൈസ്? Wow, support. I mean, not position 4-5, but wait. Okay, എന്നാ ഞാൻ ഒരു കാര്യം പറയട്ടെ. Can I play Bloodseeker support? I'm not going to get flamed, right?
That depends upon your performance.
അളിയ ഞാൻ കളം വരച്ചു തരാം. അളിയ ഞാൻ അടിപൊളി സപ്പോർട്ടിങ്. ഞാൻ റപ്ചർ ചെയ്ത് തരാം, കളം വരച്ചു തരാം, വിഷൻ തരാം. What do you need? What more do you need? നീ സൂസ് കളി, സൂസ് ക്യാരി. ഞാൻ സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്ത് തരാം നിനക്ക് തേഴ്സ്റ്റ് വെച്ചിട്ട്. അളിയ ഫ്രീ കിൽസ് അളിയ.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, look, thirst low health enemies കാണിച്ചു തരും. നിന്റെ അൾട്ട് ഗ്ലോബൽ ആണ്. പ്രിറ്റി മച്ച് എനിക്ക് എന്റെ പാസീവ് കാരണം എനിക്ക് കിൽ ഫാം ചെയ്തൂടെ?
ഒരു ലോജിക്കലി ഞാനൊരു കാര്യം പറയട്ടെ.
പറഞ്ഞു.
സോ ആൾക്കാർ ഫൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും obviously there will be low, right?
Yes.
അത് ആരെങ്കിലും ഒന്ന് പിങ് ചെയ്യും, അത് ഞാൻ കാണും, ഞാൻ ആറെടുക്കും.
So thing is, Night Stalker, Bloodseeker plus Zeus എന്ന് പറയുന്ന കോംബോ 10-12 വർഷമായിട്ടും ആൾക്കാർ ഫോളോ ചെയ്യുന്ന സാധനം തന്നെയാണ്. തിങ് ഇസ് ബ്ലഡ്സീക്കറിന്റെ റോള് സപ്പോർട്ടിന് വരണമെങ്കിൽ അതിന് സപ്പോർട്ട് ഗുണം എന്തോ ഉണ്ട്. വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ഡാമേജ് ആംപ്ലിഫിക്കേഷൻ ഫസ്റ്റ്, പിന്നെ നിന്റെ എന്തോന്നത് സെക്കൻഡിന്റെ സൈലൻസ്. ആ സൈലൻസിനെ ബഫ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ടാലന്റ് നിനക്കുണ്ടോ? സൈലന്റ് ഡ്യൂറേഷൻ
നോക്കട്ടെ. ടാലന്റ് ട്രീ, ബ്ലഡ് റേജ് സ്പെൽ, ബ്ലഡ് റേജ് അറ്റാക്ക്, റപ്ചർ ഇനീഷ്യൽ ഡാമേജ്.
6 സെക്കൻഡ് സൈലൻസ് ഉണ്ട് നിനക്ക് അത് വെച്ചിട്ട്.
6 seconds is good, right? It's very good.
6 seconds is really good. It is really good. So the thing is, Bloodseeker completely fall off. നീ കളിക്കേണ്ടതല്ലെങ്കിൽ പൊസിഷൻ 4 ഗ്ലാസ് ക്യാനൺ വെള്ളം കളിക്കണം. Bloodseeker ഒരു ഗ്ലാസ് ക്യാനൺ ആണ്. സ്നോബോൾ ചെയ്യുക, മിഡ് ഗെയിമിന്റെ അകത്ത് കളി തീർക്കുക. അതാണ് Bloodseekerന്റെ ഒരു ജോലി. പക്ഷെ അത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫെയിൽ ആവും. അതാണ് പ്രശ്നം. എനിക്ക് ആക്ച്വലി Bloodseeker കളിക്കാൻ, Bloodseeker ആയിരുന്നു എന്റെ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഹീറോ.
0-8 എന്റെ ആദ്യത്തെ ഓൺലൈൻ കളി. എന്നെ ഒരു അറബി ഒരു ജർമ്മൻ എന്ത് വിളിക്കുന്ന മാത്രം എനിക്ക് ഓർമ്മയുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ വിട്ടുപോയി Bloodseeker എടുത്തോണ്ട്.
എനിക്ക് Bloodseeker വെച്ചിട്ട് കുഴപ്പമില്ലാത്ത സ്റ്റാറ്റ്സ് ഉണ്ട് ഈ അക്കൗണ്ടിൽ. മറ്റേ അക്കൗണ്ടിലാണ് ഞാൻ സ്പാം ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളത് Bloodseekerന്റെ. പക്ഷെ Bloodseekerന്റെ മറ്റേ ഇത് റീവർക്ക് വന്നതിന് ശേഷം എനിക്ക് അവനെ കളിക്കാൻ അത്രയും അങ്ങ് ഇഷ്ടമായില്ല.
ഏത് റീവർക്ക്? ബ്ലഡ് മിസ്റ്റോ?
ബ്ലഡ് മിസ്റ്റ് അല്ല, അവന്റെ ഫസ്റ്റും തമ്മിൽ സ്വാപ്പ് ചെയ്തു. സോ പണ്ട് Bloodseeker കളിച്ചോണ്ടിരുന്നത് നിനക്ക് തേഴ്സ്റ്റ് മൂവ്മെന്റ് സ്പീഡും അറ്റാക്ക് സ്പീഡും തരുമായിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പൊ മൂവ്മെന്റ് സ്പീഡ് മാത്രമേ തരത്തുള്ളൂ.
ഹെൽത്ത് ഹീൽ ഉണ്ട്.
അത് ഫസ്റ്റിന്റെ ആയിരുന്നു. സോ ബേസിക്കലി നീ ഫസ്റ്റ് നീ സ്വയം കാസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് നീ എന്തെങ്കിലും ജീവിയെ കൊല്ലുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നിനക്ക് ഇത് കിട്ടും, എന്താ ഹീല് കിട്ടും. എന്നിട്ട് നിന്റെ എന്തോന്നത് തേഴ്സ്റ്റ് ബേസിക്കലി നിന്റെ മൂവ്മെന്റ് സ്പീഡും അറ്റാക്ക് സ്പീഡും ഭയങ്കരമായിട്ട് അങ്ങ് കൂട്ടും. പക്ഷെ അതിനെ അവര് സ്വാപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് ഇപ്പം തേഴ്സ്റ്റ് ബേസിക്കലി നിനക്ക് മൂവ്മെന്റ് സ്പീഡും ഹെൽത്ത് റീജന്റെ സാധനവും തരും, മറ്റത് തിരിച്ച് ചെയ്യും. ഫസ്റ്റ് ആണ് സ്പീഡ് കൂട്ടുന്നത്.
ഞാൻ നീ സൂസ് കളിക്കണം എന്നല്ല, ഞാൻ മിക്കവാറും Bloodseeker ആയിരിക്കും എടുക്കുന്നത് മോസ്റ്റ് പ്രോബ്ലി. കാരണം എനിക്കറിയില്ല, എനിക്ക് റിഡംഷൻ വേണം. ഐ വോണ്ട് ടു പ്ലേ ദിസ് ഹീറോ. ലൈക്ക് ഇത് എന്റെ ആദ്യത്തെ ഹീറോ ആയിരുന്നു, സോ ഒരു ചെറിയൊരു ബയസുണ്ട്.
നീ എന്റെ കൂടെ വാ, എന്നിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ഫസ്റ്റും സെക്കൻഡും തേർഡ് അങ്ങനെ കളിക്കാം.
ഫസ്റ്റ് സെക്കൻഡ് തേർഡോ?
എന്റെ ഫസ്റ്റ് എനിക്ക് കുറച്ച് സ്പെൽ ആംപ്ലിഫിക്കേഷൻ തരും, അത് എനിക്ക് തന്നാ മതി. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ
ഇല്ല, ഞാൻ ആലോചിക്കുന്നത് എന്റെ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഡാമേജ് ചെയ്യുമല്ലോ, ലൈക്ക് ലാസ്റ്റ് കിട്ടിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഞാനത് ബാറ്റിൽ ഹങ്കർ പോലെ കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റുമെന്ന് ആലോചിക്കുമായിരുന്നു.
ഇല്ല അവർക്ക് അവരൊരു റേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യുവാണെങ്കിൽ നിന്റെ സൂസ് മരിച്ചു. മെലേ ഹീറോ ആണെങ്കിലും പ്രശ്നമുണ്ട്, സൂസിനെ ഇട്ടടിക്കാൻ പറ്റും ചതവതാണ്. ടീം സ്പിരിറ്റ് ഇതിനെ ബാൻ ചെയ്യണേ. കണ്ടില്ലേ?
ഇല്ല, ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ച അവരവരുടെ ടീം പേര് മാറ്റിന്ന്. അയ്യോ, ബി എല്ലെന്ന് മാത്രം അടിച്ചു. Get a killer assist within 30 seconds of using a smoke.
Deal damage.
Okay, supporter ഒരു ബിൽഡ് ഇല്ല. ഓ, റോമർ ബിൽഡ് ഉണ്ട്. ആരാ ഇത്? ആർക്കൺ. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഒരു സപ്പോർട്ട് ബിൽഡ് ഇല്ല അപ്പാരന്റ്ലി.
I mean obviously കാണത്തില്ല.
നണ്ടയും വാളല്ല.
സോ ഇത് ചെയ്യേ, റോഡ് ഓഫ് ഫേറ്റസ് വാങ്ങിക്കുക, ഒരു ഡേഗോൺ വാങ്ങിക്കുക, എന്നിട്ട് റോഡ് ഓഫ് ഫേറ്റസ് ചെയ്യുക, നിന്റെ സെക്കൻഡ് അടിക്കുക, എന്നിട്ട് നിന്റെ ഫസ്റ്റ് നിന്നെ തന്നെ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഡേഗോൺ അടിക്കുക.
6.86 ബിൽഡ്. എനിക്ക് ഒരു വാർഡ് തന്നെ കൊള്ളായിരുന്നു.
നണ്ടയിന്റെ അടുത്ത് പറ.
എനിക്ക് പൈപ്പണ്ട ഒറ്റ സെറ്റും ഇല്ല അല്ലേ? ഓ, ഞാൻ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്ന എല്ലായിടത്തും കൊടുത്തു.
ടോൺ ചെയ്യുന്ന ബട്ടൺ ഏതാളെയാ?
നീ ആരാണ്? സൂസാ?
ടോൺ ചെയ്യുന്ന സെറ്റ് ഏതാ? ടോൺ ചെയ്യുന്ന ബട്ടൺ ഏതാ?
ടോൺ ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഞാൻ ജെ ആണ് ഇട്ടേക്കുന്നത്, പക്ഷെ ജെ മറ്റേതാണ്. ഞാൻ ക്യാപ്സ് ലോക്ക് ആണ് ഇട്ടേക്കുന്നത്. ഓ, അപ്പുറത്ത് എന്തോടാ ഇത്?
ടോണ്ട് ഏതാണ്? പോസ്. ഇത് കുറച്ച് പാടായിരിക്കും.
ഞാൻ പ്രിസർബാക്കറെ മൊത്തം ശരണായിരിക്കും.
ഓ, ഹീറോ ടോണ്ട് മൗസ് 3 ആണ് എനിക്ക്.
സോറി ട്ടോ, ഞാൻ എന്റെ വൈപ്പൺ സെറ്റ് എടുത്ത് വിറ്റു.
I mean, yeah.
You will think എനിക്ക് സെറ്റ് ഒന്നും ഇല്ലെന്ന്, ബട്ട് എനിക്ക് സെറ്റ് ഉണ്ട്. ആക്ച്വലി നെവർ മൈൻഡ്, എനിക്ക് സെറ്റ് ഇല്ല. അതിന് എത്ര രൂപ?
സ്വാപ്പ് കൊടുക്കണം.
Prepare for battle.
One and only animatronic that can kill you, Golden Bonnie, is not in the building yet. You cannot lose on night 1. There is nothing to do except for maybe hunt for Easter eggs.
ആരാണ് മൊത്തം മാങ്ങ വാങ്ങിച്ചോണ്ട് പോയത്?
അണ്ടയിന്റെ അടുത്ത് പറ. ഞാൻ സ്നേഹമുള്ളവനാ. അളിയ നിക്ക്, ഞാൻ എന്തോ എടുക്കേണ്ടത്? ഞാൻ കളം വരയ്ക്കണോ അതോ തേഴ്സ്റ്റ് എടുക്കണോ? ബ്ലഡ് റേറ്റ് ഉണ്ടല്ലോ കളം വരയ്ക്കാല്ലേ? സോറി, ബ്ലഡ് റേജ്. മൈ ബാഡ്. വെയിറ്റ്, ഇവർ പാർട്ടിയാണോ?
ബീബിക്കും മാങ്ങ കിട്ടിയില്ല, അതുകൊണ്ടാണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു.
ഓ, ഞാൻ ബീബിയും പാർട്ടിയാണ്. യു ഡോണ്ട് നോ ഹൗ ടു ചാറ്റ്.
What a wonderful start.
Okay, അളിയ ഇതായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ നിനക്ക് ആൾക്കാർ പിങ് ചെയ്യും അൾട്ട് കിട്ടുന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞത്.
അളിയ നീ കൂടുതൽ ജസ്റ്റിഫൈ ചെയ്യണ്ട. You are in position 5 blood seeker.
അളിയ it will work.
നീ സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്ത.
അളിയ this is how metas are made, okay?
and friendships are broken.
അല്ലെ അങ്ങനെ പറയരുത്.
The battle begins!
Back, bro. Okay, so here's what he says for Fallon.
Easy.
The same one where they found
Blood
the animatronic boarded up in the back
begins.
room. Obviously,
Enough hide and
What items
I
do
don't
I
like
have?
where this is going.
These are training tapes for an
My full confusion ആയിരിക്കും മിക്കവാറും.
എനിക്ക് മാനയുണ്ടോ?
These tapes will provide you with much needed information on how to handle,
Position 4
climb
Viper.
into,
Actually, yeah.
അവർക്ക് അറിഞ്ഞല്ലോ സീക്രം.
ഇങ്ങ് വാ നിക്സ് വാ.
We've heard
Oh,
about
no.
mascot costumes twice. FNAF 1 said they
ഓ ലൈഫ് സ്റ്റീലർ ഇങ്ങ് വാ.
a mascot suit for kids. FNAF 2, a mascot suit. I'm under attack. Let's go.
right now we have especially designed to double in both
ഓക്കെ നെവർ മൈൻഡ്. ചുമ്മയല്ല ബ്ലഡ് സീക്കറിന് അത്ര കളിക്കാത്ത സപ്പോർട്ട് ഉണ്ട്.
while learning how to operate these suits. An accident,
ഞാൻ സ്പെൽ കാസ്റ്റർ ബ്ലഡ് സീക്കർ. കോൾ മീ ഗ്രാൻഡ് മേജസ് സീക്കർ.
First, we'll discuss how to operate the mascots when they are in
പോടാ.
animated form. For each of operations,
ഓ
സ്പാമേല.
turn and walk for
അല്ല ക്രീപ്പിനൊന്നും കൊണ്ടില്ലല്ലോ.
അതല്ല അവന്മാർ അടുത്ത് വരുമ്പോ ചെയ്താൽ മതി. അവന്മാർക്ക് നടന്നു പോവാം.
ഓക്കെ
where the children are for maximum
ഞാൻ പുള്ളിയാണ്.
/ crowd pleasing value. Change the
As the
animatronic
twins
to this mode.
direct.
Insert and turn firmly the hand crank provided by the manufacturer.
Part of this is gameplay information. You use sound cues to lure the animatronic away from the game.
Yes.
But it also gives us the important context that some suits that might be yellow
Blood
also look
money.
like animatronics. Golden Freddy
As
is one of
you
these suits.
wish.
That's what I'm getting at.
ഇതൊന്ന് ഭയങ്കര
Why is he
wonky.
slumped over? Why can't he move and walk around with the others? Because he's in
Open
suit.
your
And
veins.
this gives the important detail that the manufacturer of the animatronic suits is not as their entertainment.
Turning the
Enough
crank will
hide and
recoil
seek.
and
Mix
compress
missing.
the animatronic parts around the sides of the suit, providing room to climb inside.
As the twins
Please make sure
direct.
the spring lock is fast and tight to ensure the animatronic devices
Blood in the
remain
air.
fixed. We'll cover this in more detail in tomorrow's session. Smile for the face faster.
I
Alright,
thirst.
we can stop calling this golden lock. This suit is spring lock.
അവന്റെ പേര് തരണം.
ഓക്കെ വന്നോളൂ.
Freddy is spring lock Freddy. These are the spring lock suits. They're different than normal suits.
So it shall be.
Animatronics, and they're dangerous. Let's get on to the gameplay.
I smell
Like I said earlier,
blood.
Spring Boy here starts with far side.
Enough
He
hide
slowly
and
makes his way
seek.
toward you.
Blood is in the air.
അല്ല അതിന്റെ സ്പീഡ് കണ്ടോ? സൂം സൂം.
Use to move him to the furthest point is easy enough.
Flame
There are some
twins
issues.
guide me.
Looking at the cameras for too long gives you a video error.
അല്ലെ ഞാൻ സ്റ്റാക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ട് പൊള്ളി ചെയ്തിട്ട് റൂൺ എടുത്തിട്ട് വരാം.
You have a
The
limited
search
number of audio
continues.
moves before you have to reset the sound. And there's also a ventilation reset. Spring Baby Boy can move
Yes.
while you're looking at him. Unlike the animatronics in the past games, the cameras will turn to static every once in a while, and when that happens, he can move. The game is basically
For the twins.
watching him, using lures if he moves, resetting your systems as fast as possible when needed, and not within the building are also
ഞാൻ വലിക്കുകയാണ്. ഓ
animatronics. Phone Dude said we might see weird things, and that's what these are. These don't kill you if you see them, but they do make a loud
blood.
noise and force you to reset your ventilation.
I go.
The loud noise will bring Spring Boy Megoth towards you, and resetting obviously means you cannot lure him away.
Very
It's really
well.
easy to avoid these jump scares by just not equipping the very limited cameras. Hearing or
Enough hide and seek.
slowly turning left when you need to reset
Help ആണേ പറയണേടാ.
is not there. These phantom animatronics
I
are
thirst.
from FNAF 2, like Balloon
I
Boy,
smell
FNAF
ഞാൻ ബ്ലഡ് സീക്കർ കുറെ കാലം കളിക്കാത്ത എനിക്ക് ചെറിയൊരു മൈൻഡ് ഫക്ക് പോലെ തോന്നുന്നു.
Continues.
Security guard for FNAF 3 has seen both sets of animatronics, those from FNAF 1 and from
As
FNAF
you
2.
wish.
This is quite silly.
Phoenix
The
and ഇത്
idea
കണ്ട
is
സ്റ്റാക്ക്
that
കണ്ട.
Nighttime security guard in the final night of FNAF
By the flayed
2
heart.
and Mike Schmidt are the same person, and that they are now also the guard here in FNAF 3. He's seen all of the characters, so he is capable of hallucinating all of them. And I think this is weak, because
As the
whether or not
twins
they're actually
direct.
hallucinations is up in the air to begin with. Bone Dude says that they're hallucinations, but Bone Dude and Phone Guy's calls
twins
are always
guide
trying to play down the
Fuck
supernatural
missing, eh?
elements. And on top of that, Bone Dude might
വരുന്നുണ്ട്.
Blood calls to blood.
They might be ghosts. If there's any building that's going to be haunted, it's the place where every single piece of surviving memorabilia has been gathered.
Blood is in the air.
And my second reason for thinking this theory is that you don't need to have been a nighttime security guard to be familiar enough with the animatronics from the locations to hallucinate them. I have in fact
Very
had
well.
and I am not a security guard at Chuck E. Cheese.
I go.
I'm just familiar with the characters. In universe, these are beloved children's entertainment mascots.
So
You don't
it
need to
shall
have
be.
been there to know what they look like. There were toys, there were cartoons. The conclusion that this
Easy.
With that said, the player character is absolutely
What's missing?
There's a lot of other not requiring him to I'm under attack. You use the wrong equation.
നീ വരണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
You get fewer lures. When Bonnie and Clyde are often
Blood for the twin.
Get back to the story. Actually, hold on. Wait.
I
I'm
go.
gonna play for you Spring Bonnie's jump scare.
പക്കിന് പവർ റൂൺ കിട്ടിയ
ഏതാണ് ബോട്ടായിരുന്നോ?
അറിയത്തില്ല ഏതാണെന്ന് അറിയത്തില്ല.
അല്ലല്ല എവിടെയായിരുന്നു? ടോപ്പാണോ ബോട്ടാണോ?
ടോപ്പാണ്.
These do not happen upon death. They happen again every night. In the first one, you as Freddy
ഷീൽഡ് റൂൺ അത് ടോപ്പൻ ചെയ്ത
explicitly
ടോപ്പ് ചെയ്തോ? ഓക്കെ.
with
ബോട്ടിലുണ്ടോ? ഓക്കെ ബോട്ട്.
water dripping from the ceiling and rats everywhere. You keep walking until you see Shadow Freddy.
As you
He says,
wish.
"Follow me."
മിഡ് ഹെൽപ്പ് വേണ്ടിയല്ലേ ചിലപ്പോൾ.
Okay. It did not exist in FNAF 1. And when you try to go
The
into it, it
twins
says
guide
error.
me.
When you give up and walk away,
No,
the guy
no.
crushes you and takes you apart, ending
ഇനി വേണ്ടേ?
Enough
അല്ല അവൻ ചാവുമായിരുന്നു ആക്ച്വലി പക്ഷേ കുഴപ്പമില്ല.
control of Chica, Foxy, and Bonnie.
പോയി
Also follow Shadow Freddy to the doorway.
by the flayed ones.
Now, and this is
None for
important.
you.
The sprite for Freddy has a bow tie and
So
a
it
button.
shall be.
Bonnie also has a bow tie and a button. The withered animatronics from FNAF 2 have two buttons.
ഞാൻ റൂൺ എടുക്കാൻ പോണേ. 7 minutes. നീ സേഫ് ആയി കളിക്കേ.
One do not have any buttons.
8 മിനിറ്റ് ആകുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് നീ 4 ആണ്.
അല്ല ഞാൻ വരാം. ഞാൻ റോമിയാണെങ്കിൽ ചെയ്യാം.
അല്ല നീ മറ്റേ താഴത്തെ പവർ റൂൺ ഇത് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും.
So it shall be.
എനിക്ക് അൾട്ട് ഉണ്ട്. എവിടെയെങ്കിലും കൊല്ലാൻ വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ വരാം. താഴെ കൊല്ലാൻ പറ്റുമോ?
നിക്സ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ
Why would they be there? That's not the rest
ഞാൻ
of
വരാം
the
വേണം.
That's not
കൊല്ലണമെങ്കിൽ നിക്സിനെ കൊല്ലാൻ പറ്റൂ.
I go.
അല്ല ഞാൻ ചുറ്റി വരുവാണ്.
അല്ലല്ലോ
ആൾക്കൊന്നുമില്ല.
ഞാൻ വരുന്ന ബോട്ട് വരെയാണ്.
Enough hide and seek.
കയറുമ്പോ പറ.
നൈസ് അവനെ പിടിച്ചോ. പക്ക് വന്ന് ബാക്കിറങ്ങണം. അടുത്തുണ്ടോ പക്കിന്?
I smell blood.
But before FNAF 1,
സ്പീഡ് ഉണ്ടല്ലേ?
that
സ്പീഡ്.
purple guy disassembling the animatronics is the reason that they
Yes.
appear dramatically different in FNAF 1. They weren't just refurbished, they were rebuilt. Meaning the purple guy was at the FNAF 1 location before Mike was, and when Bow Guy still
By
worked
the
there.
flayed
Right,
ones.
right.
Many games happened after FNAF 2 and before FNAF 1.
ഇല്ല അവൻ റൂൺ കിട്ടിയില്ല. അവൻ ടോപ്പാണ്. ടോപ്പ് റൂൺ
Flayed twins guide me.
For tonight's lesson, we'll
ബ്ലഡ് റേജ് ഇത് ചെയ്താലും ഇതാവും.
The enemy has a bone to pick with your middle tower.
അത്യാവശ്യം ലോ ആണ്.
As the twins direct.
Sheds a tear for Radiant's courier. Dire's courier speaking has been slain.
ബാക്ക് ഇനി പോണ്ടേ.
Dire structures can take all the hurt Radiant cares to heap upon it.
നിനക്ക് അൾട്ടുണ്ടോ?
The twins direct.
30 സെക്കൻഡ്.
For the twins.
വരുവാണ് സൂക്ഷിച്ച്.
കുറെ ക്ലിപ്സ്. നീ ചാവും മിക്കാറും.
ഓ സിറ്റ്. ഓ ബ്ലഡ് റേറ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നല്ലേ? ഓക്കെ ഐ സി. എനിക്ക് അൾട്ട് ആവാതെ കുറച്ച് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടായിരിക്കും. അൾട്ട് ആയാൽ പിന്നെ എനിക്ക് പേടിക്കുകയില്ല.
it shows you with your eyes popped out if you lose, and like, yeah, that's spooky.
Your bottom tower is under attack!
DD bot.
The robot catches me and drags me to a suit, and then, okay, I'm gonna be impaled, I'm dead, that's fine. But the horror and tension of being inside
Aliya, top നോക്കിക്കോണേ മോർഫിനിങ്.
Your bottom tower is under attack!
gives me so much anxiety.
മുകളിലോട്ട് വരെയാണ്.
ഞാൻ വരാം.
Mini games in and it's not on cameras. The jump design force games.
The enemy's top tower has fallen! Access structures fortified! Super fortified! Like you can't even imagine!
I strike. For the rod twins!
This tape is
അളിയ പക്കിനെ കൊല്ലണോ?
on that day, whatever
Nada?
day this happened.
എടാ ഞാൻ അവൻ അൾട്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴേ അവൻ ഓർബ് ചെയ്ത് TP ചെയ്ത ഡാമേജ് എടുക്കുമോ?
This message.
ഒരു ലിമിറ്റ് ഉണ്ട്, റേഞ്ച് ഉണ്ട്. ആ റേഞ്ചിന്റെ അപ്പുറത്താണെങ്കിൽ
എനിക്ക് അൾട്ട് ഉണ്ടേ, കയറാം.
The first Freddy's location.
ഞാൻ റെഡിയാണ്. നിന്നെ കണ്ടുകൊണ്ട് തോന്നുന്നു.
Remember that
I go.
for 2 weeks.
ആണോ?
In FNAF 2, Phone Guy mentions how the kidnapped children incident was done by someone using an old yellow suit. That means that these
മിക്കവാറും എന്റെ പുറത്ത് കയറാൻ നോക്കണം.
Hide and
probably
seek.
outdated by the time of FNAF 2.
ഇല്ല, അവൻ സേഫ് ആയിട്ട് കളിക്കാൻ.
Replacing the first Freddy's pizzeria.
By the
They
flame
also
one.
had mention of a sister location. That means another restaurant owned by Fazbear Entertainment.
നിക്സറുണ്ട്. തിരിച്ചോ.
Another restaurant we don't know of.
That's Jake too far.
That's sister location.
പ്രമാണേ
Pizzeria somewhere
കയറണ്ടേ.
these Springlock suits, owned by Fazbear, before FNAF 2.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen! That's lights!
And they had Springlock
Reason
suits,
more.
don't need more. Let's keep
എനിക്ക് ആവശ്യമുള്ള റൂൾസ് തന്നെ അവന് കിട്ടണം എപ്പോഴും.
Top priority at Break Fazbear's Pizza is why the traffic
അണ്ടെങ്കിൽ വെസ്റ്റിൽ പോയോ?
appropriate location while these book guys
നേരെ ഇത് പോകണല്ലേ, ഗ്രീവ്സ് പോകണല്ലേ.
arrive. You'll be expected to
Yes.
bring temporary
ഞാൻ വെസ്റ്റിൽ പോവാം.
provided to you.
This search.
എനിക്ക് വെസ്റ്റിൽ നൈസ് ആയിരിക്കില്ലേ?
Found on very short notice, so questions about appropriateness/relevance should be deflected. I repeat,
Very well.
plastic suits are not to be touched, activated, or worn. That being said, we are putting liability. As always, remember to smile. You are safe to bring back your
So the suits are being taken away. The additions, likely from the manufacturer, are going to work. Other suits, non-Springlock
The enemy's middle tower has surrendered to gravity!
so it's not like when we recorded. Also, there's several outlets.
reminder of company policy
Under attack. As the twins
Yeah, I am fast.
Very well.
അൾട്ടി ഉണ്ടോ നിനക്ക്?
ഇല്ലല്ലോ.
Enough.
ഞാൻ ജോൺ ഡി.
Look, I'm under attack.
അളിയ മൂവ്മെന്റ് സ്പീഡ്.
ഞാനില്ല.
If the Springlock issue happened yesterday, then I don't think the Spring Bonnie
ഞാൻ ഇതാ പോയത്, റീജനാ പോയത്.
At least to my ear, this
അല്ല,
sounds
ഞാൻ
like it's
എൻ്റെ
been decommissioned for a little while, and then one day, randomly, it was moved. Phone Guy also says not to lead customers to the safe room.
എന്താ അവിടെ?
By the
TV.
flame
I in a
ones.
mascot suit, and I'm going to drop the pretense he was in the Spring
ഇത് ടോണ്ട് ലിമിറ്റഡ് അല്ലേ? ടൈം കൂൾ ഡൗൺ ഒന്നും ഇല്ലേ?
ഏത് ജോണ്ടോ? അത് ടോണ്ടോ ഉണ്ട്. രണ്ടെണ്ണം ഒരുമിച്ച് ഉപയോഗിക്കുക, അതിന് ശേഷം ബാക്കി കൂടാം.
If we had camera footage
As
of
you
Spring Bonnie
wish.
eating people there, Phone Guy wouldn't have said the suit was noticeably moved.
Oh, yeah.
known
So it shall be.
had footage of somebody using it. I don't think this is an indication that the MCI already happened before the game was recorded. I think this is what inspired Purple Guy. He was already using this strange suit when he wasn't supposed to. And
വന്നേ Alt ഉണ്ട്
As the twins direct.
the back room, meaning he killed some of them before that.
enemies ആയി കാണാം.
I think he took the suit, did his first killing, and then after this memo, realized he could start using the back room. If the main part of the MCI had
I will drain you dry.
Restaurant, I think that would have been noticed. After the Act 5, you're greeted with the final fall of animatronics for all disassembled. So now you play as a child, a ghost of one of the passes the broken animatronics, finally through that door. Inside are more ghosts, and Purple Guy in panic.
Actually, ലെഫ്റ്റിന് പോലും പോയാൽ നീയായിട്ട് സിനർജൈസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ടോ?
Dire structures are fortified.
നമുക്ക് മോർഫ്ലിങ്ങിനെ കുറെ നേരമായി നമ്മൾ അഡ്രസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട്.
മോർഫ്ലിങ്ങിനെ ഞാൻ വേണേ അൾട്ട് ചെയ്ത് തരാം. Okay, never mind, bot fight.
So it shall be.
അവനെ ചെയ്യാനോ
അവനെ ചെയ്യുന്നില്ലായിരുന്നോ ബെസ്റ്റ്?
ഇവിടെ
By the flame waters. Twins direct.
അവന്റെ വിസ്റ്റം റൂണ്
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack.
So I'm guessing that yes, he moved around.
Blood calls to blood.
Purple Guy theoretically hasn't worn these suits.
The enemy's bottom tower has fallen. Your top tower is being hacked to pieces.
Others look at the actual gameplay and say that wearing ready mask in that 2 tricks the animatronics. So Purple Guy might be wearing the ghosts. I don't buy that. The animatronics act like animatronics. They perform
അല്ലേ ഞാൻ ലിറ്റ്സിന് ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് ഒരു ആർച്ച ചെയ്യണമായിരുന്നു. ലിറ്റ്സ് അല്ലായിരുന്നു ഏറ്റവും ബെസ്റ്റ് ടാർഗറ്റ്.
ലിച്ചിനെ പെട്ടെന്ന് കൊല്ലണം. യെസ്, അല്ല മറ്റന്മാരെല്ലാം ചെയ്താലും മതി. പക്ഷെ കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ആക്ച്വലി ഫൈറ്റ് നന്നായിട്ടാണ് ഔട്ട് ചെയ്തത്.
As the twins direct.
So yes, the mask stops them, but there's no reason to think it would stop these ghosts.
Stop madness, dragon lance ആണ്.
ഓ അവനെ കൊല്ലാം.
A fitting end to this murderous psychopath. Except it's not the end. Obviously.
അവന് ലിങ്കറ്റ്സ് ഉണ്ടോ? ഇല്ലല്ലോ.
ലിങ്കറ്റ് ആയില്ല.
Okay. Yeah, അന്നാ എനിക്ക് അവനെ ഡീൽ ചെയ്യാം. I think.
For the twins.
Is now haunted. Spring Bonnie.
So it shall be.
And he's not Spring Bonnie. He's Spring Bonnie. He got trapped in the spring lock suit.
As you wish.
The animatronic wrapped his corpse inside of it.
ലൈസ്റ്റൽ കയറണോ? കയറണോ? എടാ മോർഫ്ലിംഗ് ബെറ്റർ ടാർഗറ്റ് ആയിരുന്നു.
കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ആക്ച്വലി സീനില്ല.
Radiant's courier has been slain.
അവിടുത്തെ ഫൈറ്റിൽ തിരിച്ച് റീജോയിൻ ചെയ്യാൻ ഇങ്ങോട്ട്.
കൊന്നോ?
മോർഫ്ലിങ്ങിനെ കൊന്നില്ല. സൂസ് ചാവുക. അപ്പം
Enough hide and seek.
നീ വല്ലതും പറയുന്നുണ്ടോ? ഒന്നും പറയണ കേട്ടോ.
Like axe, the dire structures cannot be hurt.
Looking inside. So Purple Guy, spring locked, sat there.
Ooh, full mana.
നിക്സ് ഉണ്ട് ഏരിയയില്.
Axe is glad that your bottom tower is not
Clips on the
Axe's
clips on the
problem.
clips.
ഞാൻ മറ്റേ വാർഡ് എടുക്കാൻ പോണു.
Again. Purple guy.
Axe is glad that your bottom tower is not Axe's problem.
For 23 years.
BBക്ക് വേണ്ടേ?
inside of a suit, unable to truly die.
എനിക്കല്ലേ നല്ലത്.
Your top
നിനക്ക് ആ ബോട്ടിൽ
tower
തന്നിട്ട്
is
എനിക്ക്
being hacked to
എടുക്കാൻ തന്നാ
pieces.
മതിയായിരുന്നു.
Structures are fortified.
The attraction burns
എന്തൊക്കെയാ?
like Phone Dude said it might. Springtrap lets it hurt.
വരുന്നു അങ്ങോട്ട് വരുന്നത്.
The police have to
അടിച്ചു അവനെ അടിച്ചു.
items will be sold at public auction, meaning there's a chance for parts to remain. But if you break
ഡസ്റ്റ് കയ്യിലേക്കണം എല്ലാരും.
see Springtrap perfectly visible, he did survive. And that is the story of FNAF 3. Except not really at all, we barely started. Jesus, this is where the story gets tricky. That's right, the game where we can't even agree when it happens, with phone guy tapes that were recorded who knows when, where some tapes were memos and some were audio trainings. We don't know where or when any of this is. Now,
from blood-shrouded peaks, I return.
This bad ending.
I go.
Turns out that Scott was a little bit upsetty that people kept
As
finding
the
all his
twins
little Easter
direct.
eggs and solving the game so quickly. I should mention that every game has an ultimate mode where you can set the AI to their maximum level, and Scott can never beat those modes himself.
അയ്യോ എന്നെ അതിട്ടില്ല ഞാൻ ചാവും പെട്ടെന്ന്.
ലൈഫ് സ്റ്റൈൽ കിട്ടുന്നു. അയ്യോ ലൈഫ് സ്റ്റൈൽ ഇല്ല ഇപ്പം.
ലൈഫ് കൊന്നാലേ പറ്റുള്ളൂ, കൊന്നാലേ അത് നിനക്കേ ഉള്ളൂ. അതാണ് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത്. പണ്ടത്തെ ഫസ്റ്റ് ലൈഫ് സ്റ്റൈലുള്ള ഞാൻ കൂടുതൽ ഡാമേജ് ചെയ്യും, പക്ഷെ അതേപോലെ ഞാൻ കൂടുതൽ ഡാമേജ് എടുക്കും.
ഓ വെയിറ്റ്, അപ്പൊ ഐഡിയലി ഞാൻ ലിച്ചിന്റെ പുറത്ത് ഇട്ടാ പോരെ?
ലിച്ചിന്റെ പുറത്തിട്ട ലിച്ചാണെങ്കിൽ ഇടുന്ന മറ്റേ ക്യൂവിന് നല്ല ഡാമേജ് ആയിരിക്കും. ക്യൂ അല്ല സോറി, അൾട്ടിക്ക് നല്ല ഡാമേജ് ആയിരിക്കും.
ഓവറോൾ ഡാമേജ് കൂട്ടുമല്ലേ?
ആംപ്ലിഫിക്കേഷൻ ആണ്. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ക്യൂ പ്രസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഇതിടുന്നത്. ക്യൂ പ്രസ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ബ്ലഡ് റൈറ്റ് ഇടുന്നത്. അതാകുമ്പോ ബ്ലഡ് റൈറ്റിന്റെ ഡാമേജ് കൂടും.
Except you might notice that's not all of the balloons in the
ഇവിടെ ഒരു വാർഡ് ഓഫ്
one more.
ഒബ്സർവേഴ്സ് ഔട്ട് ഓഫ് സ്റ്റോക്ക് ഇടാം.
Get all the balloons.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
No indication that it's not solid.
Very well.
Radiant structures
ഞാൻ
are
വെച്ചായിരുന്നു. വാട്ട്?
with 12 important vitamins and minerals. The enemy's top tower has fallen.
ബ്ലിങ്ക് ഉണ്ട്. ഇങ്ങോട്ട് ഞാൻ അവിടെ ഇല്ല, ഈ ടി പി ഇല്ല.
This, obviously, is a hint that you need to find the arcade cabinet on camera 7 and then on the buttons in order to take Mangle's quest. Mangle
ഇങ്ങനത്തെ ടോക്സിക് കോമ്പോസ് നോക്കണമെങ്കിൽ അടുത്ത BB ബ്രിസിൽ വല്ലതും നോക്കാം. സോറി, ബ്രിസിൽ കോട്ടസ് പകിനാണ്.
ഞാൻ ടോക്സിക് കോമ്പോ നോക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയതല്ല, എനിക്ക് ബ്ലഡ് സപ്പോർട്ട് കളിക്കാൻ ഒരു ആഗ്രഹം.
ഞാനും ഡെയിലും ഒക്കെ കളിച്ചോണ്ടിരുന്നപ്പോൾ അതാണ് ചെയ്തോണ്ടിരുന്നത്. ലൈക്ക് നമ്മൾ നല്ല കോമ്പോസ് നോക്കിയിട്ട് ചെയ്യും. ചില സമയത്ത് നമ്മൾ കോമ്പോസ് കൂടിപ്പോകും, എന്നിട്ട് നോക്കും. ബേസിക്കലി കോമ്പോസ് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ, അതിനേഷം അല്ലാതെ വേറെ ഒന്നുമില്ല. ബോട്ട് പുഷ് ചെയ്ത് കൊണ്ടുവരാണ് ഞാൻ.
ഓ അവൻ അത് ചെയ്താ മതിയല്ലേ റപ്ചറിനെതിരെ. അവൻ സ്ട്രെങ്ത് ടോക്കിൾ ചെയ്താ മതിയല്ലേ?
അത് മതി.
ഞാനത് ഓർത്തതേ ഇല്ല. എന്റെ പ്ലാൻ കംപ്ലീറ്റ്ലി അങ്ങ് പോയി.
ബോട്ട് ഞാൻ പുഷ് ചെയ്ത് കയറ്റിയിട്ടുണ്ട് അകത്തോട്ട്.
Also, you can't do this without first having done the On the next night, the clue is 395248, and
അമ്മ എന്റെ പുറത്ത് കയറാൻ നോക്ക് ചിലപ്പം.
this one.
അല്ല ഇതെടുക്കൂ, ഇതെടുക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ?
On the first time
ഫൈറ്റ് ആണ്.
ഞാൻ വരുന്നേ ഉള്ളൂ.
That's weird. Third one you gotta find some different cupcakes. But this one,
ഞാനും കൂടെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഫൈറ്റ്സ് ജയിക്കാൻ പറ്റും. ക്രീപ്സ് വന്നോട്ടെ, ക്രീപ്സ് വന്നിട്ട് ഫൈറ്റ് ചെയ്തപ്പോ
like 39524.
മോശിക്കൊന്നും ചോദിക്കണം.
Dial it onto the wall tiles. You gotta dial the tile. This unlocks stage.
ഞാൻ വരുവാണ് ഗൈസ്.
Stage 01, Golden Freddy.
700
നൈസ് സോംബീസ് അതിൽ എടുത്തോണ്ട് പോയത്.
700 മൂവ്മെന്റ് സ്പീഡ്. ലെറ്റ്സ് ഗോ.
They have so many names. Technically.
ഇത് നമ്മള് സോംബീസ് അല്ലല്ലോ.
Before the all of this nonsense.
Like axe, the dire structures cannot be hurt. The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും ലൈഫ് കുറവാണ്. അടി 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 ഇറങ്ങിക്കോ 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 ഇറങ്ങിക്കോ. ബാക്ക് ബാക്ക് ബാക്ക്.
Enemy's middle barracks have fallen.
ബീബി കേറിയ.
ഫൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമായിരിക്കും, പക്ഷെ പാടായിരിക്കും. അവൻ ചത്തുണ്ട് ആക്ച്വലി.
The enemy's middle barracks have fallen.
Fuck you. Okay, bye.
Faster with axe. The enemy's top barracks have fallen.
ഞാനിവിടെ പോയി.
ബാക്ക് ഇറങ്ങാമോ?
ഓക്കെ ഇറങ്ങാം.
കയറണ്ട. ബാക്ക് ഇറങ്ങാമോ? ഓക്കെ.
നീ എന്താ ടൂം സ്റ്റോണിന്റെ അകത്ത് കയറിപ്പോയോ?
ഞാൻ ടൂംസോണിന്റെ അകത്ത് കയറിപ്പോയി.
നീ മരിച്ചു?
എനിക്ക് കാണണ്ടായില്ല ഞാൻ എവിടെ പോണം. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ ചുമ്മാ നോർത്തിലോട്ട് റൈറ്റ് ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്തു.
വിചാരിച്ചത്ര ലൈഫ് സ്റ്റൈൽ ഒന്നും ഇല്ല.
നിന്റെ ബാക്കിൽ കുറെ ക്രീപ്സ് വരുന്നുണ്ട്.
Leaving their masks behind and freeing their balloons or their souls. What was that? Like, we get it. There were a lot of murders. Kid outside Fredbear's is the puppet. The MCI kids are the core 4, and then there's Golden Freddy. The other 5 are probably the 5 kids from FNAF 2 with the KCI and the Save Them minigame. But like, what is this?
Alaya, believe. Alaya, conventional methods don't work because they know how to be countered.
They've all had this little party, and that's why they attack Purple Guy and kill him, and then all go to heaven. Except for the police have it. The end screen now shows the there and
Okay, vessel hai.
For some reason, the way the masks are positioned makes it look like there are 2 lights inside Golden Freddy. On the good ending screen, Golden Freddy as you wish. There's some questions about when the happiest day takes place. If the kids join up and move on the day that Purple Guy is spring on, then the animatronics have been haunted.
Seeker damage ഇല്ലാത്ത പോലെ എനിക്ക്.
Seems like it probably happened.
Oh, ഞാൻ philosopher stone അല്ലേ.
Because why would they move on the moment that spring is free? It's also argued whether or not the puppet is actually in FNAF 3. Invisibility! We know are not physical beings, but the puppet seems real. Matt had pointed out in one of his videos that there's a reflection in this puddle, which seems to indicate that the puppet is probably real. If the puppet is still possessed, his name is not happy. That makes me pretty confident to
ഞാൻ വരുവാണ്. ടോപ്പ് വരാം.
ടോപ്പ് വിഷയത്തെ കാര്യമില്ല. ടോപ്പിലൊന്നും ഇല്ല. ബോട്ടാണ് വിഷയം.
ബേബി മരിച്ചല്ലേ.
had nothing to do with happiest day. And that also makes sense.
നിങ്ങൾ എന്തിനാ ടോപ്പ് ഇരിക്കുന്നത്?
ലെയിൻസ് പുഷ് ഔട്ട് ചെയ്ത് പോയതാണ്.
ഞാൻ പക്കനെ കൊള്ളാൻ പോയത്.
By the flayed one.
So it's not the casing. I really don't think there's a correlation between Purple Guy and
ബാഡ് ഫൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് എന്റെ മനസ്സ് പറയാം. അവന്മാർ ഓടിക്കളഞ്ഞു. കൊല്ലായി നമ്മളെല്ലാരും.
he also appeared in FNAF 2 after those murders happened.
Yeah.
And he appears in hide and seek. That day, some
Creeps വന്നിട്ട്.
And it's right there. Golden Freddy in the first game was spooky.
Blood,
These animatronics are
cause,
trying to
Tormentor
blood.
പോയിരുന്നു. വേണ്ട
Now we know
creeps.
the animatronics are innocent.
സെക്കൻഡ് ഞാൻ ടോർമെന്ററിന്റെ പുറത്ത് കിട്ടാൻ പറ്റും.
But
ടോർമെന്റർ പുറത്ത് ഇടാൻ പറ്റില്ല. ഓക്കെ.
this thing is legitimately
VV വരട്ടെ. വന്നിട്ട് കയറിയത്.
almost bring up major
എല്ലാം കമ്മിറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞു ഓൾറെഡി.
what were those obviously spirits are us. Somehow affecting the act of happening.
ഞാൻ വെയിറ്റിംഗ് ഫോർ ലിച്ച് അൾട്ടി.
ഓ നിന്റെ പുറത്ത് ഇട്ട് കയറില്ലോ. ഓ മറന്നു.
ഇവിടെ പിടിച്ച ഞാൻ ചത്ത രക്ഷ നല്ലതാ.
Deja vu. Oh fuck.
I know that Purple Guy isn't Purple Guy. I know that this murder is Purple Guy's first murder, and thus it's very easy to place things like their family. I was able to put things in chronological order because I've had almost 2 years to sit on it. When these games first came out, you were hit with everything. If you're playing through FNAF 3 normally, you're playing each night, and in between each night, you're playing something that happened years ago in the Follow Me minigame. Then the games end with an event that set the game into motion in the first place. The last thing you play is
The enemy has had their bottom barracks handed to them.
found out the day before you started playing at the end of the game. The events are not explained chronologically or even coherently.
താഴെ വാ,
Beyond
റോഷൻ.
that,
വരാം.
also magic.
വാട്സ് വാങ്ങിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. PRB.
No, I'm not going to say that he
B.
was because that is simply not correct. But he did steer the discussion for years. Discussions either became on his theories
സൂസ് വരുന്നുണ്ടോ റോഷൻ?
which led to some faulty Jenga tower logic because his assertion
ഇല്ല, സൂസ് മരിച്ചു എന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു.
or to some contrarian.
എടുക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ നമുക്ക്?
സൂസ് മരിച്ചു എന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു.
ഇല്ലെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു.
Even I like a good awful battle.
എനിക്ക് ഡാമേജ് ഇല്ല. സൂസ് റൈറ്റ് ക്ലിക്ക് അല്ലല്ലോ. ഡാമേജ് ഉണ്ടോ? പക്ഷേ വേണ്ട, നമ്മൾ വിടുന്നതാണ് നല്ലത്.
ഞാൻ സെക്കൻഡ് ഒക്കെ ഇടുന്നു.
I strike.
സിക്സ് വരുവേ.
ഞാൻ എടുക്കട്ടെ. ലോട്ടസ് ഉണ്ടല്ലേ? നൈസ്.
For the Rod Queen.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Phone guys.
I will drain you dry.
Came to the house.
Each suit has multiple spring locks inside of them. I think the phrase multiple spring lock failures just means there was a complete failure of the system. If one spring lock fails, you can all of them.
Open your veins.
Here we go again.
Golden Freddy is
ഹിൽ
a
ഹൗസ് അവൻ ഫുൾ പുഷ് ചെയ്ത് തീർക്കാൻ നോക്കും.
Strike.
എന്റെ കൊറിയർ എന്താണ് എന്റെ
slumped over
നീ ഓടാ ഫൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യണ്ട നീ ഒറ്റയ്ക്ക്.
the skeleton that once belonged to Golden.
Thanks for me.
It's not important, but this is factually incorrect. The endos
And the
and
G,
FNAF 1 and 2
what?
are different.
Monkey man.
Also, when a spring-lock suit is worn, the endo is not taken out. It's actually moved to the sides so that there's room for a person to climb inside. Also, in my personal understanding of the series, it would be the endo.
In short, all of
നീ BOT വാങ്ങടാ.
messages are unstuck in time, not recorded any time near your tenure as security. That includes the ones the pizzeria isn't being shut down for an investigation of some missing children the week you happen to be working there. You're listening to old tapes meant for the night security guard from months ago.
Again, this is just wrong. Kogai says he'll be taking over the job after me. But if that was recorded a while ago...
on my way.
Enough hide and seek.
Employee number 2 and Fritz is employee number 3. And we know that...
The enemy's bottom barracks have fallen. You now have mega creeps.
ഈ പൊട്ടന്മാരാ കോംബോ ഇപ്പോഴാണോ റിയലൈസ് ചെയ്തത്? നെക്സന്റെ അകത്ത് ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് എന്നെ കൊല്ലാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. പകുതി ദിവസം മുക്കാൽ സമയം അമ്മ ഇത് ചെയ്തിറങ്ങി ഈ ഗെയിം വേറെ വഴിയിലോട്ട്.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. That was spectacular.
എന്റെ കുട്ടം പ്ലസികൾ വെള്ളം.
The enemy's middle tower has surrendered.
സീക്കറിനെ വിട്ടു അങ്ങ്.
അളെ ബ്ലിസർഡാക്ക് എന്തിനാ ഫ്രണ്ടിലേക്ക് തിരിഞ്ഞേ? വാട്ട്? അയ്യേ.
ആരുമില്ല അല്ലേ ഇവിടെ?
ഇല്ല ഞാൻ മരിച്ചു. ഞാൻ വടിയായി. അളെ ഇത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇങ്ങനത്തെ കൂൾ കോംബോസ് ട്രൈ ചെയ്താൽ മതി. 21 അസിസ്റ്റ് ഈസി. Easy game.
Phone guy records a memo to tell all
Oh,
the employees about not
okay,
touching the suits after they've been decommissioned. He makes a memo about the room being boarded up. Matt just went from Phone guy is the last person in the group of employees who would know. Phone guy is the only person who could possibly know. Obviously, the performers who used the suits would know. The technicians that took the suits away after they were decommissioned would know. And we know that Purple Guy was an employee. I don't know if Mesh just had a brain fart or he's grasping at straws, but this is just a lie. He also says that FNAF 1 is an alternate universe where the bad ending happened. No! I just wanted to talk about this video because it really paints a picture of how people had no idea what was going on. And as we move into the next
literally one win.
I have no idea what's going on.
അവൻ പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ ലെവൽ 2 അക്കൗണ്ട് GG ന്ന്.
People who interpreted FNAF 1 as an alternate
പക്ഷെ ലെവൽ 2 ആയിട്ടല്ല.
അതെ സ്മഫായിരുന്നു തോന്നുന്നു. പുതിയ പ്ലെയർ ഒന്നും ഇങ്ങനെ പക്ക് കളിക്കത്തില്ല. പക്ഷെ കിടിലം പക്ക് പ്ലെയറും അല്ലായിരുന്നു വലുതായിട്ട്. അത്യാവശ്യം കളിച്ചു ഐ ഗസ്. അല്ല ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ ദീസ് കൈൻഡ് അല്ലെ ആ പ്രഡിക്റ്റബിൾ ലെയിൻസ് വരുമ്പം ആണ് നമ്മൾ ലൈക്ക് വി ഗെറ്റ് കൗണ്ടേർഡ്. ഇഫ് വി ജസ്റ്റ് ഗോ വിത്ത് റാൻഡം ബുൾഷിറ്റ് വി വിൻ ബിക്കോസ് അവർക്ക് കൗണ്ടർ അറിയത്തില്ല. I guess. Yeah, sure. Para. What is the? Alaya, we want this lane. Just saying. Experimentation to talk another. I don't feel like that's a L.
A series of L that we use for a W.
Alaya, ഞാനൊരു stunner faceless void build പോട്ടെ. Position 4 faceless void. റോമയും ക്രോണോയിടും തിരിച്ചു വരും.
പൊസിഷൻ 4 വോയിഡ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. പൈപ്പ് വാങ്ങിക്കുന്ന വോയിഡ്.
മറ്റേ സാൽ വാങ്ങിക്കൊടുക്കുന്നതല്ലേ?
അല്ലല്ല അത് കിടിലാണ്.
ക്രോണോ ഡീൽ ചെയ്യും. ഓക്കെ വിചിത്ര ഹീറോ അല്ല. എനിക്ക് മാഗ്നസ് ഒന്നും കളിക്കണ്ട. അത് ഭയങ്കര മാഗ്നസിന്റെ കിട്ടില്ല.
സോ ലൈക്ക് അൺകൺവെൻഷണൽ സപ്പോർട്ട്സ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും അൺകൺഫ്യൂഷൻ സപ്പോർട്ട്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് അൾട്രാ ഹാർഡ് ക്യാരീസിന് എടുത്ത് സപ്പോർട്ട് കളിക്കണം. ലൈക്ക് ട്രോളോ ടെറർ ബ്ലേഡോ ടിയൊക്കെ ലിറ്ററലി യൂസ്ലെസ് സപ്പോർട്ട്സ് ആയിരിക്കും. കാരണം അവൾക്ക് ഷാർഡ് വാങ്ങിച്ചാൽ മാത്രമേ ഇതുണ്ടാവത്തുള്ളൂ, സൈലൻസ് കിട്ടത്തുള്ളൂ. അതേപോലെ
I mean, I'm not like playing every hero support. ടെറർ ബ്ലേഡ് വെച്ച് സപ്പോർട്ട് കളിക്കാൻ കുറച്ച് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട്. ഐറ്റം വാങ്ങിയിട്ടേ സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റത്തുള്ളൂ.
ഡ്രാഗൺ വാങ്ങിക്കുക, റോഷന്റെ അടുത്ത് നിന്ന് അടി വാങ്ങിച്ച് നീ ചാവാറാവുക, എന്നിട്ട് ഷാഡോ ബ്ലേഡ് അടിച്ചു തന്ന് ആരെങ്കിലും ഇത് സണ്ടർ ചെയ്യുക, ഡ്രാഗൺ അടിച്ചു കൊല്ലുക.
അളിയ at that point അത് സപ്പോർട്ട് അല്ലെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു, അത് സ്ട്രേറ്റ് അപ്പ് ഡാമേജ് ഡീലിംഗ് ആണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു അവിടെ. Yeah, I guess, yeah. But for me, Bloodseeker basically റപ്ചർ ചെയ്ത ആ ഏരിയ ഡിനൈ ചെയ്യുക, റപ്ചർ ചെയ്തെന്ന് ബ്ലഡ് റൈറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് ഏരിയ ഡിനൈ ചെയ്യുക, റപ്ചർ ചെയ്ത് ഒരാളെ ഇമ്മൊബൈൽ ആക്കുക. ബേസിക്കലി ഐ ഡീൽ വിത്ത് +1+ people with that combo pretty much, right? Terribly.
പക്ഷെ നീ മറ്റേ ഇതെടുക്കണം, എന്താ നീ പൊസിഷൻ 4 എല്ലാം കളിച്ച് 8 മറ്റേതൊക്കെ ബിൽഡ് ചെയ്യണം. ഗ്ലപ്നീറൊക്കെ വാങ്ങിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നൈസാണ്.
ഞാൻ അന്നത്തെ ഓടി കളിച്ചോലെ ഓടി കളിക്കട്ടെ. കാണുന്ന എല്ലാവരും ആസ്ട്രൽ ചെയ്യും.
ക്രിസ്പി പാറ്റ,
let's go. ഓടിയുടെ വന്നത് മാൻ അലർജി എന്തോ ഷാർഡ് എന്തോന്നാണ്. ഒറ്റ സെക്കൻഡ് ഒന്ന് ഡെമോ ആയിട്ട്. വാട്ട് ഇസ് ഇറ്റ്? ഷാർഡ്
അല്ല
മാൻ അലർജി അൾട്ടാണ്, അൾട്ടിൽ വരുന്നതാണ്.
ഷാർഡ് നമുക്ക് മൂവ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും.
അല്ല സെപ്റ്റർ, സോറി ഷാർഡ് അല്ല സെപ്റ്റർ. മറ്റേ ഷീൽഡ് എന്തോ കിട്ടുന്ന ഒരു പരിപാടി ഇല്ലേ? അല്ല അതിനെ മാന അലർജി എന്ന് വിളിക്കല അപ്പാരന്റ്ലി. മറ്റേ സാനിറ്റി എക്ലിപ്സ് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ അവരെത്ര മാന യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നോ അത്രയും ഡാമേജ് തിരിച്ചു കിട്ടും, അങ്ങനെ എന്തോ പറഞ്ഞിട്ട്.
Affected heroes gain a mana allergy debuff that lasts for 7 seconds, receiving damage and healing outward the viral every time they cast a spell.
Wait, ഇത് ഫൗണ്ടൻ ഡാമേജ് കൂട്ടുമോ? ടവർ ഡാമേജ് നോക്കാം ആദ്യം.
സപ്പോർട്ട് നൈസാണ്. പൊസിഷൻ 4 കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന ക്യാരി ഷീറോസ് ആൽക്കുണ്ട്, ഡൂം കളിക്കാം, ഡോൺ ബ്രേക്കർ കളിക്കാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഏതാണ് ES പഡ്ജ്, ഒമിനി, നിനക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഓഗർ കളിക്കാം, LC കളിക്കാം. ബേസിക്കലി ഡ്യൂവൽ വെച്ചിട്ട് ആൾക്കാരെ ക്യാച്ച് ചെയ്യാന്നുള്ള ലക്ഷ്യത്തില്, ലോക്ക്ഡൌൺ ചെയ്യാന്നുള്ള ഇതില് കുങ്ക കളിക്കാം. പിന്നെ വേണേലും ഒരു ഓറ ബിൽഡിംഗ് സ്പെൻഡ് പോവാം. പിന്നെ ടൈനി ഉണ്ട്, ഫൈറ്റ്സ് സെറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കുന്ന ടൈനി, ടസ്കിനെ പോലെ കളിക്കുന്ന. പിന്നെ ലൈന് പുഷ് ഔട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന അണ്ടർലോഡ് ഉണ്ട്, സെപ്റ്റർ വാങ്ങിക്കുന്ന റൈറ്റ് കിങ്.
മാന ഐറ്റംസ് ഏതൊക്കെയാണ് മാന കൂട്ടുന്നത്?
അത് നീ ലേണിൽ പോയിട്ട് ഐറ്റംസിൽ പോയിട്ട് നീ സെർച്ച് ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും മാന എന്ന് സെർച്ച് ചെയ്താൽ മതി. ചുമ്മാ കീബോർഡിൽ ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്തത് മാന റീജൻ എന്നല്ലോ, മാന റീജൻ എന്ന് അടിക്കുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് മാന റീജൻ തരുന്ന സാധനം മാത്രം ഹൈലൈറ്റ് ആവും. ഏറ്റവും ബെസ്റ്റ് അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ ഇത് വാങ്ങിച്ചത്, നമ്മളുടെ ലിങ്കൻസ് വാങ്ങിച്ചത്. ലിങ്കൻസ് നല്ല 4.25 മാന റീജൻ തരും, യൂസ്ഫുള്ളും ആണ്. സപ്പോർട്ട്സ് ഹീറോസ് ആണെങ്കിൽ നീ യൂൾസ് ഒക്കെ വാങ്ങിക്കുന്നത് നല്ലതാണ്. മറ്റേ ഇത് ഏർലി ഗെയിമിനാണെങ്കിൽ സോളോ ക്വസ്റ്റ് എല്ലാ സപ്പോർട്ട്സിനും വാങ്ങിച്ചു. ഇതിന്റെ TIയില് മിക്ക സപ്പോർട്ട്സ് സോളാർ ക്വസ്റ്റ് വാങ്ങിക്കുന്നുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. പവീസിനും ഉണ്ട് ഒരു മാന റീജൻ, 1400 2.5 മാന റീജൻ കിട്ടും.
ഓക്കെ, സോ ഞാൻ ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു ലെവൽ 30 ഔട്ട്വേൾഡ് ആണ്. സോ ഇഫ് ഐ ടേക്ക് ഡാമേജ് മോർ ദാൻ 20, ദാറ്റ് ഡീൽസ് ലെസ് ദാൻ 20% ഓഫ് മൈ ഹെൽത്ത്. ഓക്കെ, ദിസ് ഇസ് ഗോയിങ് ടു ടേക്ക് എ വൈൽ. കൗണ്ടറിനകത്ത് പോയത്
20%-നേക്കാൾ കുറഞ്ഞ് ഡാമേജ് എടുക്കുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യണം.
അതെ അല്ലെ, നീ എൻ്റെ സ്ട്രീം നോക്ക. ഇറ്റ് യൂസസ് മോസ്റ്റ് ഓഫ് മൈ മാന.
നീ നിന്റെ മെയിൻ സ്ട്രീമിലാണ്.
എന്റെ സ്ട്രീം മെയിൻ സ്ട്രീം നോക്ക്.
ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ചു സ്ട്രീം നിർത്തി.
ഇല്ല സ്ട്രീം നിർത്തിയില്ല.
ആ സ്ട്രീം ഉണ്ട്.
ഇപ്പൊ നോക്കി എന്റെ ഷീൽഡ് ഇപ്പൊ പ്രോക്കാം ഐ തിങ്ക്.
ഓക്കെ 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 ഓക്കെ.
എനിക്ക് 3000 ഷീൽഡ് കിട്ടിയ 3000 ഷീൽഡ് കിട്ടിയ അതാണ് എന്റെ സെപ്റ്റർ.
ഓക്കെ നൈസ്.
എനിക്ക് 3000 പ്ലസ് 4000 ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് 7000 ഹെൽത്ത് ജസ്റ്റ് മാന ബിൽഡ് ചെയ്തതിന്. ആക്ച്വലി ഓഡിയോ ഓഫ്ലൈൻ
ക്യൂനെ റൈറ്റ് ക്ലിക്ക് നിൽക്കിനി.
ആരെ റൈറ്റ് വെക്കാൻ
ക്യൂനെ റൈറ്റ് ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യും.
ഓട്ടോ കാസ്റ്റ് ആക്കാൻ.
എന്തിന് അതൊന്നും പറ്റില്ല.
അല്ലാതെ ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ് കുറച്ച് ഫാക്ടർ. ഞാൻ കളയുന്നുണ്ട്.
അല്ലടാ സോ നീ ഇപ്പൊ ഈ വാലിഡേറ്റ് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് നിന്റെ മാന ബേസിക്കലി 0 ആവും. ക്യൂൻ നിന്റെ ഫസ്റ്റിന്റെ ഒരു പെർസെന്റേജ് ബേസ്ഡ് ആണ് മാന എടുക്കുന്നത്. അവിടെ തന്നെ നിനക്ക് റൈറ്റ് ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്ത് നിനക്ക് നിന്റെ മാന ബിൽഡപ്പ് ചെയ്യണം. അത് ആർക്കിനോർബൻ നല്ല ഡാമേജ് ആണ് പറഞ്ഞത്. നല്ല ഡാമേജ്.
എസൻസ് ഫ്ലക്സും കൂടെ ഉള്ളതുകൊണ്ട് അടിക്കുന്നതിനനുസരിച്ച് ഭയങ്കര ഡാമേജ് ആണ്. അതാണ് മറ്റേ W ചുമ്മാ ഇട്ടുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നത്. W-നും ഉണ്ടെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു ഒരു സ്റ്റാക്ക്.
I don't understand a child who imagines a doll in the short hallway. I don't know when this takes place. Freddy's location.
4 അടി എനിക്ക് മാന തിരിച്ചു കിട്ടി.
So older brother Foxy Bro.
ബോഡിയുടെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ പ്രശ്നം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ അവനെ ഐറ്റം സെല്ലിങ് നല്ല രീതിക്ക് യൂസ്ലെസ് ആവും. ഗ്ലോറിഫൈഡ് അതിന്റെ ഗെയിം ക്രാഷ് ആയവരുണ്ട്.
കളിക്കുന്നില്ലേ?
ഞാനും ഫുഡ് കഴിച്ചിട്ട് വരാം.
ഓക്കെ ഞാൻ എന്നാലും R6 ബാക്കി കളിക്കാം. ഒറ്റ സ്ട്രീമിൽ തന്നെ ഡെയിലീസ് ആണല്ലോ.
When you then go the correct way, a performer in a Fredbear costume will walk up to you. This is
അപ്പോൾ
like
ഞാൻ
a
കുറച്ചുണ്ട്
Springlock suit given that there are teeth in the costume as opposed to a mascot suit. Fredbear, the disembodied voice, will say,
"It's too late. Hurry the other way and find someone who will help. You know what will happen if he catches you."
On the next screen over, we see shadows on the wall of Bonnie and Freddy. These are in animatronic mode because you can't see anything inside of them, but it's unclear if these are shadows of figures who are behind the camera, behind our perspective, or if this gray background isn't a wall but a curtain of some sort and they're on the other side casting a shadow, or maybe it's actually Shadow Freddy and Rick Fispaska as entities coming for us. Fredbear says,
"You can find help if you can get past them. You have to be strong."
This really does seem like not just to see.
Okay guys, ഞാനിപ്പോ വരാം.
Guy is standing in the dark, a name tag on his shirt. This is not a badge. It's not in the shield shape we saw back in FNAF 2. This is a normal rectangle name tag. And he's helping a performer into a Bonnie suit. Based on the lack of eyes and teeth, this really looks like a normal mascot costume, not a Springlock suit. It's also mildly weird that the two animatronic characters would be performing on stage, while there's another Fredbear mascot walking around, and now another Bonnie ready to come out. If you try to leave, the guy in the Fredbear suit will follow you. You collapse beside or next to a table.
Tomorrow is another day.
Okay, let's talk about Fredbear plush. He's capable of teleporting, I guess. He speaks to you as if he's a different person. He's not Foxy Bro, he's not Purple Guy. He might be an imaginary friend. He might be possessed by a ghost. White eyes usually mean possession in these games. But we can rule out Foxy Bro and Purple Guy because they are both visibly on screen doing things when Fredbear is talking to Cece.
2 days until the party.
Fun fact, the FNAF wiki actually has this quoted as 2 days before the party, despite it getting every single other one of these quotes correct. The FNAF wiki is kind of a mess all around. Anyway, this minigame opens, still at Freddy's.
He hates you. You have to get up. You can get out this time.
Okay, let's go.
Cece goes outside to find a boy in a green shirt holding a Spring Bonnie plush.
Where's your plush toy? Mine is Spring Bonnie. My daddy says I have to be careful with him, or I will pinch my finger. He is a finger trap, he says.
So that means that in the game, he's Spring Bonnie. Fazbear Entertainment is not manufacturing Spring Trap toys, thankfully, as that would ruin all sense of time. The gross version from the gameplay is just a nightmare, and I'm very glad about that. And this boy's comment about the plush being a finger trap is something. It probably means something, and I guess I'm going to have to talk about it eventually, so why not now? There's a theory that this game is intended to show that every FNAF game is a dream, a nightmare. The minigames in FNAF 4 being the only real parts of the story, with every other game, including their minigames, being a dream. That theory states that this boy saying this to Cece is what inspires Cece to dream up Springtrap for the FNAF 3 nightmare. We're gonna put that on the back burner, I'll address it all later, but I want you to know I don't think this was ever the intention. But if that's not the intention of Scott, then what does this line mean? Well, Springlock suits already exist, so those training tapes Phone Guy made might already exist. In which case, the employees at the pizzeria already know that they're dangerous. Could this kid be Phone Guy's son? No, there's no evidence for it, except for that it makes this line make sense. But hey, there's no evidence for Dream Theory, except that it makes this line make sense. So I'm going to go on the limb and say Phone Guy's son, headcanon confirmed. Obviously, that's just a joke. It's also possible that this is a joke and Scott just put it in the game because we would get it. But people use this line as
if you can't produce your own liquid metals, store-bought is fine.
If you go south, you'll find this green-eyed girl with pigtails.
Okay, 5v6. Yeah.
You'll also find Fredbear's head sticking out of a flower, which is weird, and which lends more evidence to the supernatural theory. Or possibly the head is just a representation of the plush. There is something plush-like about that flower. The green-eyed girl says,
"You'd better watch out. I hear they come to life at night. And if you die, they hide you and never tell anyone."
Pierced by the earth.
Why are you so worried?
So Dream Theory makes a lot more sense. The reason for Cece's Cece thinks the animatronics are scary. FNAF 1 when you die, you see them. In this game, the screen goes red unless you try a bit harder. In other games, the screen cuts to static. When you get caught in this game, you actually die. If this rumor there's no rumor. Recharging my shield. Nightmare in this game. No, they just kill you. No crazy about the animatronics.
Casting a frag.
Putting people into suits. Nonchalant. This is a small town. These kids are always around treasure. Employee being told this at training might leak out to the rest of the town. And then kids might hear it and think that the animatronics are actually alive. Down the sidewalk is an older boy in green.
The kid who always hides under the table and cries. No one else is scared. Why are you? Stop being such a baby.
Next to a park.
Pierced by the earth
is a boy with a balloon. A balloon boy.
Are you going to
recharging shield.
Recharging my shield.
Then I would assume the balloon he's holding would at least be the right color. And maybe he'd have a hat or a striped shirt. Obviously, it's not that hard to depict a striped shirt given that CC.
Recharging my shield.
Then there's this girl playing on a playground with her toys. At her feet are toys of Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy. This is obviously now, dear viewer, it may seem
Casting a frag.
It makes a lot of sense. It allows CC to imagine the toy animatronics. One key detail that people point out to Chica is missing her beak. We will talk about that later. In FNAF 2, Chica starts the night with her beak and then removes it when she comes hunting for you. Clearly, this aspect of CC's nightmare by this girl and her broken toys that CC saw once.
Looks like you threw away your shot.
Right, guys? There are two other options. One is that the actual toy figure has beak removal functionality, like it's part of the toy's design. I find it unlikely that this girl would be proud of her collection would have just right out because this girl is an MCI victim who becomes Chica. I said that I don't think the FNAF 2 animatronics were possessed, and I don't. I don't think they're possessed by the 5 children who were murdered in the FNAF 2 location. But Fungi says that the withered animatronics were guy killed.
The dark pierces through.
Kids these days just can't keep their hands to themselves. It's possible the staff had to put Chica's beak back on after every shift. There were some theories that these kids were all the MCI victims, like this kid is actually possessing Balloon Boy, this one is Freddy, but it's not like this kid becomes Springtrap.
Throw my grenade out.
And then there's
That was fast.
I think that makes more sense than Dream.
I'll give them a piercing or two.
Then you walk up to your house and you can go and turn on the TV, and if you do, it says Fred Bear and Friends, 1983. Scott basically came out to confirm that this means that the game takes place in 1983. Obviously, if you see a TV show,
that's nice.
Scott did. Sometime in roughly 1992, decision counts. Closes and Phone Guy dies. In 2015, Springtrap is unleashed. Meaning we are 2 years away from Phone Guy committing his first murder. And I got no idea what sets him off and causes that to happen. I hope we find out. If you go right past your bedroom, you'll find the room of a young girl. There is a disassembled toy of what appears to be Mangle on the floor. And this is one of the things that confused a lot of people back in the day. People assumed that Mangle was invented at the FNAF 2 location, getting his creation sometime around 1987. But this technically is not stated anywhere.
They tried to remake Foxy, you know? They thought the Foxy was too scary, so they redesigned it to be more kid-friendly, so it was kid-toe. To keep the toddlers in the stage, you know? Kids these days can't keep their hands to themselves. The staff literally had to put Foxy back together every shift. Eventually they just stopped trying and left him as some kind of take-apart, put-back-together attraction. Now he's just a mess of parts. I think the employees refer to him as just the Mangle.
There's no reason that
Getting my eyes in the sky.
The Foxy location is only open for 1 week before you start the game. So if you place a word, then that this girl having a mangled
Why? I got 9 assists.
sense, even though this game takes place before February 2. When you enter your room, Foxy Bro scares you.
The dark pierces through.
One day.
Of CC and then leave the suit headless so the body is just out in the open makes so little sense. CC cries out,
"Please, let me out. Please. Please let me out."
It's implied that Foxy Bro locked him in this room, which is obviously the scariest room in the building. Unlike all other nights, the text, "Tomorrow is another day," does not appear. The next night is different from all other nights. Instead of the roster of animatronics we've been facing so far, there is now only one enemy, Nightmare Fredbear, an evil manifestation of the creature CC fears the most. Despite Fredbear being his best friend,
I have 45
it should be
days and
noted that
108
Fredbear
days.
the plush and the Nightmare have purple hats and ties. Golden Freddy, as we will come to know him as later, has black accessories. So while Fredbear and Golden Freddy are basically the same character, it seems like between this game and the next game he appears in, the company changes his appearance for some reason.
It should also be noted that
250
the version
MB
of
update.
Fredbear in the Stage 01 minigame from FNAF 3 has black accessories, putting this moment after FNAF 4's minigames. As Fredbear travels around the map glitching to various different sides, we actually see a screen where the 3 cheering children turn into only 2 cheering children. This may indicate that the Spring Bonnie character has killed while Fredbear was absent. This would line up with our timeline of the MCI happening sometime after 1983. After Fredbear will go from purple to black accessories. Let's take a look at what may have caused that change. 0 days until the party.
Patch
It's CC's birthday party at Freddy's, a place that he hates. A place that makes him cry in front of all the neighborhood children. In front of him is his brother, and his brother's 3 friends in masks. The Freddy mask kid is likely the one that laughed at CC earlier, although his hair is a slightly different color. That's fine though, we can excuse things being a slightly different color as just a minor mistake. In blue text, we read,
"Wow, your brother is kind of a baby, isn't he?"
Given that Foxy Bro's text is gray like his shirt, it's unclear if the blue text belongs to Bonnie Kid or Chica Kid, whose shirt is blue.
"It's hilarious.
Okay,
Why don't we help him get a closer look? He will love it." "No, please. Come on, guys. Let's give this little man a lift. He wants to get up close and personal."
Now this part makes no sense as they walk past the shadows to the stage with the characters on it. Either I'm incapable of grasping the perspective of this 2D landscape's representation, or these actually are the shadow animatronics, watching events take hold, and nobody but us can see them.
"No, I don't want to go." "You heard the little man. He wants to get even closer. Hey guys, I think the little man said he wants to give Fredbear a big kiss. On 3. 1, 2...
Okay, November 12th വരെ.
Night 6 has every animatronic in the original Freddy crew, as well as Nightmare Fredbear. Completion of this night leads us to the final cutscene. Gray text. the text indicating that it's Foxy Bro speaking. He says,
Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me. I'm sorry.
Yellow text, Fredbear's text, then says,
You're broken. We are still your friends. Do you still believe that? I am still here.
The plushes all fade away, leaving Fredbear last.
I will put you back together.
Then, Cece fades away. But it's not the scene ending. The ground is still visible. It's just Cece.
Okay, game crashed. Fuck. Okay, great.
Also, the FNAF Wiki claims that this song is from Halo. It's not. There's a YouTube video where somebody used this song over like a montage of sad Halo moments, and for some reason people think that the song is then from Halo. It's actually from a royalty-free audio library. And nobody questioned how Scott would be able to license music from Bungie. They just wrote it on the wiki. Also, yeah, Cece's dead. I think the text here is pretty self-explanatory. As the plushies fade, Fredbear tells Cece that they're still his friends. As they disappear, it is symbolically showing that Cece no longer considers them his friends, because kids wearing the masks of those characters just killed him. Fredbear desperately clings to Cece, saying, I'm still here, I will put you back together. And then he disappears too. This is Cece giving up on these characters, not just the animatronics, but the plushies too. I can hear fans screaming about how I didn't mention that the text is a different color when Fredbear talks on this final night. And that is true. His text color for the rest of the nights is darker. This is different. There's a lot of different theories for this. For one, lighter colored Fredbear shares the text color with Pigtail Girl from earlier. So maybe that's the sister and this is her talking. Maybe she was Fredbear all along. There's also the possibility that it is literally just a mistake. Like I said earlier, we can forgive slight color errors. Like Scott, while programming, accidentally copied the color code from Pigtail Girl's text instead of all the other instances of Fredbear, because they just look so similar. Then there's the theory that there's just something different about the voice during this final scene. For example, if Fredbear has a speaker inside of him explaining how he talks, then maybe Foxy Bro goes from talking out loud to then talking through the plush to try to reach his brother. Or if it's some other character like Cece's father who has been talking through the plush.
Okay, and the game on the restart it, I don't know why.
He's not talking through the plush. Maybe now the father is talking in the same room as Cece. My personal theory about the plush is completely based on evidence from the next game, so we'll get back to that. But for now, just keep in mind that there is a debate to this very day about what the bear is. At first glance, the story told in this game is completely nonsensical with the rest of the series. We know that there were 5 MCI victims, and thus this kid is not the spirit inside Golden Freddy, because he was not killed by the purple guy. So he does not count as one of those 5 kids. This is before the murders, and before Purple Guy starts tampering with soul juice. So why is this story being told? Who is this kid who to this day is nameless? Why is his story important? To try to figure that out, we need to look at some Easter eggs hidden in the game. Beyond the supernatural appearance of the nightmare animatronics in the main gameplay, there's also other aspects of the game that appear to be not entirely real. Occasionally, when looking behind you at the bed, you can see a bottle of pills, flowers in a vase, and an IV drip. These being obvious references to a hospital, or to Cece dying in the hospital after the fight. There's a chance that a strange ambient noise can be heard while playing. When sped up and reversed, the audio is actually the phone call from Night 1 of FNAF 1.
ഇതെന്ത് നോക്കാ പറഞ്ഞേക്കണ്
This is one of the most important pieces of evidence for trying to figure out what this gameplay is actually trying to say. For one, it firmly places the events of the nighttime gameplay itself after FNAF 1. It also limits the candidates who we might be playing as to two different people, Phone Guy and Mike Schmidt. There's also a purple phone toy in the room, which seemingly is just an Easter egg to the other games, but it takes on a new meaning if you take into account the fact that this game
What? Why?
The actual game's gameplay, the nighttime part, is a dream or a nightmare being had by Mike Schmidt sometime after FNAF 1. He's dreaming about his time as
Onimusha. What
the right, Bonnie from the left, Foxy behind a curtain, and Freddy behind him. The phone from the office is here. He can hear the recorded phone call from his first night. He can see references to a hospital. A hospital where his brother Cece died.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 episode അല്ലേ?
Mike Schmidt, Foxy Bro, who accidentally got his brother killed as a teenager, and who later went on to be a security guard at Freddy's. I said earlier that we can roll out Cece being the spirit inside Golden Freddy, because Golden Freddy is already possessed by one of the MCI kids. Except we don't need to rule him out. Back in FNAF 3, we saw Golden Freddy with a light inside his head that appeared to be two different lights. Having two souls might be why he's capable of teleporting. Being two beings is probably why his head is capable of flying at the player in FNAF 2. Because that aspect of the character is
Okay. I think there's something wrong with the servers.
Whereas all Golden Freddy normally does is crash the game. He doesn't
I guess.
Because Cece wouldn't kill him. He would just appear to him and say, "It's me." The Happiest Day minigame in FNAF 3 is a mirrored version of the restaurant from FNAF 4.
87.
Except this time,
So I guess anyways അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ ഇന്നത്തേക്ക് സ്ട്രീം നിർത്തുകയാണ് because yeah, I guess ഇന്നത്തേക്ക് സ്ട്രീം നിർത്തുകയാണ് because I don't have anything else to do. So I guess പതിപോലെ goodbye GG's and സ്ട്രീമിൽ വന്ന എല്ലാവർക്കും നന്ദി and goodbye. Bye bye.